not kind nor nice people. But here we are for episode 1 of Shadowfall. We will be playing the entire Grim and the Wicked full campaign, and this is the world premiere. So, ladies and gents, without further ado, let me go ahead and introduce you to our players and their characters. You can see them here on the screen. We're going to start off with Voradin. Please introduce yourself as a player and your character, sir.
Hey, how's everybody doing? DJ. My character is Voradin Emeraldor, the human wizard.
You cut off there.
Sorry about that. My character is Voradin Emeraldor, the human wizard.
Excellent. Let's go with Vasilisa.
I am Vasilisa Night Stalker. I am the witch, and I am playing. I am the Susie Q. If you don't fucking know me, look that shit.
Yeah, she was tripping over her tongue. See, not only is she a witch, she's also my wife.
Now, keep in mind that some of those websites are $4.99 a membership. Those are not the ones you.
Yes, exactly. Do not go to the $4.99 a membership website for the Susie Q. And by the way,
gotta go to the
$19.99.
$19.99.
Yes, yeah, go to the $10.99
Exactly.
or the $20.99. Please note that the witch is the base character class that you are able to pick up in Shadowfall. All right, Varus.
Hi, this is Mark. I'm playing Varus, who is the super chill, neutral druid of elven flavor.
And who are you played by?
I am Mark, or M Clancy 10006, or as Rob 2E says, Mick Clancy on Twitch and Discord and all those kind of places.
Excellent. Let's go with Marbanya.
Good evening. It's Marbanya, your world-famous bard, soon to be appearing at a court or tavern near you, and you can find me over on Discord at Marbanya as well, and playing the bard Marbanya.
Very, very good. Okie dokie. Let's go with Dynan.
Hey, good morning or evening. This is Drake. I'll be playing Denon, the Drow Rogue tonight, and hopefully other nights as well.
Aha. Ooh, we're having an issue out there in Chatland. Let's go along with Corwin.
Good evening. My name is Andy, and I'll be playing Corwin Fizbane, the human cleric.
And last, and certainly not least, Bobicus.
Yeehaw! This is Bobicus. No, this is Patrick Fedron. My character is Bobicus. He is a dwarf warrior or fighter, as you know. He likes to kill things and smash things and all that kind of fun stuff dwarves like to do. So, can't wait to play.
Excellent. Alrighty, so this is the way we are starting off. Now, I have read out loud to the viewers the same information that I had provided for my players earlier. So, for those of you who are my players, if you have yet to read the introduction, go ahead and scroll back up through your Discord real quick. You guys can read it while I give my spiel. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, this is a not safe for work and over the age of 18 stream. If you're under the age of 18, please be sure to go and ask a parent's permission to come and watch this. We use harsh language. There is simulated violence. And, well, there may actually not be simulated violence, depending if I kill Susie's character, because she may come over here and just beat me. I am, after all, an abused husband.
We have been over this. There is no such thing as the Abused Husbands Club, and you really need to stop telling people.
See what I mean? See what I mean? I will blink twice and ask for pizza if I am in danger. You may use your cheers, you may use your stream experience points, you may use anything you wish to purchase things from our Stream Elements store to affect the game today. You may help or harm the characters by what you use. Now, I will not be staring into the microphone and staring into the camera the entire time. I will be looking off to my right so I can look at the table. If anybody has any questions, comments, or concerns, you can go ahead and message us over on our Discord channel. So definitely be sure to check us out over there. I also want to thank Mr. Shadzar, who's out there. He coded a very special thing for my OBS and for, well, anybody's OBS who wants to use it, that brings up the characters in that little box on the left-hand side of your screen. So you'll be able to watch all of those characters over there. Now, without further ado, let us get into the world premiere of Grim and the Wicked, Shadowfall. So, ladies and gentlemen here on the table, for nearly a week, you've traveled with Morty, Goldtooth, as his guards for his caravan of goods. I'm sharing with you right now the River Mule. The journey started out well enough. The summer days were bright and inviting when you left town and started heading north. But after the first few days of the trip, the sun-dried road choked you with dust and the still air gave no comfort. The evenings weren't much better. The cover of night only partially lessened the heat. Farming villages were a welcome change of pace when they came into view. Morty only stopped for a single night's rest here and there before he had you load the crates and boxes from the wagons. Ooh, there was a big thing. Before you loaded the boxes onto the River Mule, a contraption built for him by some well-meaning worshippers of Hasten from Lune Argenti. The river trip hasn't been any more eventful or comfortable than your overland journey. What you thought was respite from the dry heat and dust has only become a muggy haze and swarms of biting insects. The endless drone of the insects, the sticky heat, and the rhythmic of the paddle wheels lulls you nearly to sleep. So, ladies and gentlemen, here on the tabletop, you will see the River Mule. I am now turning the table over to you folks. I do have another picture I'm going to share with you, but for the time being, you guys go ahead, introduce yourselves to each other, and roleplay a little bit. As you can see, there's also a little black owl, little fuzzy little thing, and it sits right there on top of some of the crates. And there's a picture of Morty for you.
So, does anybody know anything about this town we're headed to?
No, but I love the sound of all these bugs. It's very, very, very soothing.
We don't get this where I'm from. I don't do bugs well.
Man, my stomach is not feeling so good. Dwarfs don't do so well on the water.
I didn't know they were green either.
They're a little green when they're on the water.
I think I'm gonna be sick again.
Ugh. Don't get that on my clothes.
Oh, look, it's the fish he ate yesterday.
Ew. And one of you has received a whisper. Just wanted to point that out.
Hey, there's something on the riverbank.
Now, no sooner does Varus mention that out loud, suddenly, a volley of crossbow bolts whistles through the muggy haze from the north. You, ladies and gentlemen, are under attack.
Oh,
Can you drop Varus on the map?
Oh, sure. Yep, I totally forgot to drop him on the map. Now, folks, what we are going to be doing is... There we go. Varus is on the map now. What we're going to do is everybody's going to roll their initiatives. So you can go ahead and roll those right up. And while you're rolling initiatives, I will open up the next little bit. You guys are going to keep that map open of the boat. Because that is where you're going to be placing yourselves, is going to be on there. So you guys are free to move yourselves around the boat as much as you want to. The cabin, which is where Mortimer currently is, also has a ladder that goes up to a second level. So if anybody wants to move up to the second level, they're welcome to, which is on the left-hand side of your maps.
It's too sunshiny up there for me.
It is indeed.
And it is daytime now?
It is daytime now, yes. It is. I will tell you what time it is here in just a moment.
And did these arrows come from the left or the right?
They came from the north. As you guys can see, the boat is kind of sort of on the map and not. It is off on the left-hand side. These are going to be huge maps, by the way. The maps that you're going to be seeing, for the most part, there's a couple of different cartographers, but the maps are here. These are by Derek Ruiz of Elven Tower Cartography. He has designed them specifically for Grim and the Wicked. I just wanted to point that out. If you guys want to, be sure to go over and check out elventower.com. That is his place. Great, great guy. So as you guys place yourself on the boat map, that is the important part, okay? You guys being on the boat map is the important thing, because we can't have stacked tokens on the other map, so it's going to be a little bit off-putting. So that is why we are doing what we are doing, and I am going to roll initiative for the NPCs. And we are going to go ahead and start. Now, Vasilisa, you are the first to go. You look over in the direction of where Varus is pointed, which is to the north bank and ahead of the River Mule. And you can see emerging from the woods, here we go, a number of humans that are shooting at the River Mule.
Okay. First things first, we're getting in like in between the crates there, so I have some cover.
Okay, not a problem.
What to do, what to do. Ooh, I like that one. We're going to target that little bastard right there.
Okay.
And we're going to thorn ball him.
And what is the range on your thorn ball?
120 feet.
Okay, in that case, then you are... Go ahead and target him and make your attack roll.
It won't let me target. No,
You did. I can target him for you as well.
Yeah, it's because they're on the other map.
Yep. So, there we go. I got him targeted for you. Oh, you wanted the next one over. Okay, not a problem. I got it. There you go. He is now targeted for you.
Awesome.
That was a lot of work to miss. And as a note, I would like to also say that Vasilisa has an additional point of inspiration bought for her by chat. Now, Mortimer works furiously inside the River Mule to add a little steam to the River Mule. You can hear him swearing behind the closed door. The River Bandit, number 5. Number 5 is alive. Number 5 is going to take a quick pot shot at Varus. He misses. Varus, you've just been shot at.
Yeah, Varus is a live and let live kind of person, but when you shoot at him, he shoots back, and so he's gonna cast Ice Knife and target Bandit 5.
There you go. I have him targeted for you. That is a hit, sir. Wow, that was some big damage.
Yeah, it's like a flesh wound.
You're just getting his attention, right?
Yeah, good way to use a. All right, but because I hit him, he also has to do the dex saving throw on ice damage.
Okay, do you want to force him to do his dex save? Which he succeeds.
All right, I'm done.
Awesome. Dynan, it is now your turn.
Dinnan, he's
Dinnan.
going to he's going to move so he can get a clean shot at number 5 with his bow. He is at disadvantage.
Okay. He is not currently at disadvantage, no.
He is because he's in sunlight.
Oh, you are. Oh, that's correct. You are. You do have your sunlight sensitivity on. So, yes, indeed, you are. So, hit the DIS button underneath chat before you make your attack roll. You still hit him.
Stick him in the chest.
Nice. Good shot.
And I'm going to move back in behind a little cover.
Okay, not a problem. Marbanya, it is now your turn, sir.
Marbanya looks down at his daggers and realizes there's no way he can reach that from here. So, looking at the gentleman on the poop deck next to him, he boosts his courage and his morale and says, "Good sir, take these down, and I will put a little bardic inspiration on him."
Excellent. Very good. All right, so you have a D6 for your bardic inspiration?
D6, that's correct.
Awesome. All right. So now your cohort in crime has a D6 that they are allowed to use in the next 10 minutes, any place they would like. Babakis, it is now your turn.
How far away are we from the shore?
You are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so about 30-ish feet away from the shore.
30 feet. Okay. Okay, I'll play it safe now. Bobicus whips out his big crossbow and takes aim at the closest bandit.
That would be number 5. There you go. You are targeted. So you may go ahead and roll your attack roll, sir. That is a hit. You may roll damage. Boom! That is 1 dead bandit.
Yeah! That's how we do it down under. Oh, I'm going to be sick.
Do you want to do anything else, or are you all set, sir?
No, I'll just start the load another call.
Okay. Alrighty, now, before I move further, I need to do a little bookkeeping on my side.
So much. Pew, pew, pew.
There is so much pew pew pew. Okay, so this guy is going to take a shot at the river mule itself. And misses it. I don't know how he missed it, but it goes plunk in the water. Voradin, it is now your turn.
I'm going to cast a firebolt at Bandit 14.
Very good. You are targeted. You hit him. You may roll your damage. And as a point of note there, ladies and gents, you can... Whoa, that was some big damage. Now that's how you do damage right there. That's some damage.
Nice.
Now, as a point of note, if you would like to target, you can always control and click inside the combat tracker to target something. Ah, gotcha. Okay, because they're on a different map, you are not able to do so, is what Susie just told me.
Yeah, you gotta drop the attack on them.
Oh, okay. Not a problem. Alrighty, so Voradin, do you have anything else you would like to do?
I will stay where I'm at.
Awesome. Alrighty, so you may go ahead and advance your turn by hitting a little down arrow at the bottom of your combat tracker. Corwin, it is your turn.
All right, I'm going to move up to the front of the boat and fire a crossbow at Bandit 14.
Excellent. Let me go ahead and target him for you. Bloop. There you go. Wah, wah. Ooh, hold on a second. You rolled a 1. Ah, there's no players in front of you. You couldn't shoot somebody who's like an ally right in front of you. Damn it. All right. So that was a severe miss. It must be the riverboat must have hit a wake or something and kind of screwed up your shot because you just almost shot yourself in the foot as you shot straight down into the water.
This matches my crappy initiative.
Get all the bad rolls out early.
Yeah, get them out early. Get them out early. The night is young. So you may go ahead and advance your turn unless you have something else you'd like to do, sir.
Other than sobbing quietly, I'll go ahead and...
Okay, so bandit number 21, who's the one who is furthest to the south, he also is going to target the riverboat. And he is going to make a shot. And misses. The river bandit, he moves forward a little ways. And he is going to take a shot at Corwin, who's standing on the prow, and he hits. Ooh, dealing some big damage. Last but not least of the player characters is Petrie.
But he just kind of hops around and tries to hide himself as best he can.
As he hops from foot to foot, kind of doing the weird, owl dance. Is that what he's doing?
Pretty much.
Gotcha. Not a problem. And on an initiative of 1, the riverboat moves. Now, this is something that everybody had been asking for initially in our playtests was, hey, we want the riverboat to move. And it does.
Ooh. Ooh.
There, I'm going to lock the token down because maybe I can actually get it to work properly this next time.
That's some advanced technology right there.
I know, that is some really fancy technology. Okay, Corwin, it is now your turn. as the riverboat chugs forward.
Well, maybe I can catch up with my crossbow this time, so I'll give it another shot at the same guy.
Awesome. That is a hit. That is a very, very dead guy.
Redemption.
Redemption indeed.
One shot, one
Vasilisa.
kill.
Okay. Well, we're gonna Thornball 20.
Okay, give me a moment, and I will pick them up for you.
I got it.
Okay. That is a miss. This poor Thornball is just not working out for you.
More like a hairball.
It is Susie's dice, after all. It is Susie's
It,
dice.
it is. They're not gonna roll. I guarantee they're not gonna roll above like a 12.
She just can't. She can't handle thorny balls.
No, she cannot handle. She cannot handle those prickly balls. Those
Prickly.
wee jabby kunts.
We Jebby Kunt.
Alrighty, so this river bandit will fire at Corwin again. It's a miss. Morty is still hard at work in the engine room. Marbanya, your turn.
I am still outside of range of these guys. So looking down below me, I think it was Denon who pulled a bow earlier, and I'm just gonna inspire him. Have forth on them, man! Put them all down, and lay some bardic inspiration on my friend Denon here.
Awesome. Very good. Very good.
Thank you. The sunlight has me at a disadvantage.
I know. Poor guy. As a note, the time is currently 11 a.m.
Don't remind me.
Yeah, I believe that's it. I believe that's all I can do. So
Okay.
Have at 'em,
Petrie want to
people.
do anything?
Lather, rinse, and repeat.
Okay, so he's going to do the owl dance. Okay, this next bandit, he is going to shoot at the mule again. And misses. I don't know how he's missing a big-ass boat, but he misses. Varus.
All right, Varus is going to heal his neighbor, Mr. Core.
Awesome.
That seemed to work out right. And then he's going to go hide.
Okay.
Much appreciated.
Voradin, you're next.
All right, I'm going to cast Firebolt at Bandit 21.
Ooh. That's a miss.
Do I have to call out that D6 before or after I roll?
You can tell me right now if you want to roll it.
I'll go ahead and roll it.
Okie dokie. That will be a hit, sir. Oh, yeah. There's some damage. Oh, yeah.
And I will stay put.
Very good. Babacus, it is now your turn.
I will take another shot with my crossbow at the closest guy.
Okay, that'd be bandit number 21. So you may go ahead and roll your attack roll.
Time to lock and load.
Is Bobicus on the wrong side of the crates?
Babacus is on the wrong side of everything. But he can see over
I
the
can
crates. The
shoot
crates
over
aren't so tall that he can't see over them, so basically he can just like rest it on the crates if he wants to. Hey, that's going to be a hit, sir. Go ahead and roll me some damage. Though if he rolls a 1, he's going to end up shooting the witch's familiar, and that probably wouldn't make her very happy. Would you like to do anything else, sir? Somehow,
No, I'm gonna reload.
That's weird. For those of you who are out there in chat land, did I just go down? I just saw a message go by that I'm currently offline. That's weird. All right, so what else would you like to do, Bobicus? I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna reload another bolt.
Okay, cool. Dinan, your turn.
I will fire an arrow at number 21 with disadvantage.
Okay. That, unfortunately, is a miss.
I would like to use my D6 inspiration.
Go for it.
You
13.
can do it.
13 is a hit.
Sweet.
And there's another dead one. Congratulations for that.
Thank you, my friend. That helped me immensely.
My pleasure.
Alrighty. On this, there we go. Now it works. Now it moves the way it was supposed to earlier. Back around to the top. Vasilisa, you are first.
Awesome. How far is number 4 away from us?
30-ish feet from the prow of the boat.
But 50 were from where she is.
And 50 from where you are, yes.
Okay, that works. Okay. I am going to cast Vicious Mockery at him.
Okay.
And screech, the only way he's ever going to get laid is if he crawls up a chicken's ass and...
Ooh.
What's a chicken?
It's this thing with a bandit up its
You
ass.
really, upset him with that. I just want to say, you have upset him, so you may go ahead and do your voodoo you do so well.
There we go.
Very, very good. Voradin.
Another firebolt.
I see a theme. That's a hit. Wah, wah. You just
See
got
another
the druid's
theme.
curse.
And I will stay put.
Awesome. Corwin.
All right, I'm not exactly sure how this works, but I'm going to cast a Sacred Flame on this guy.
Ooh, okay. What you're going to do is you're going to pick up your save dice, or you can roll it here in chat and then just pick it up and drop it on his token on the map.
So just put a D20 on there?
Yes. Okay. Yep, he succeeded on his save, unfortunately. Actually, let's do this right here. I will actually drag it right out onto him. There, he failed. So now you can go ahead and roll damage. Just roll your D8, and it'll pop up. Awesome. Oop, you didn't roll the actual damage, did you?
Maybe not.
It's on the actions tab.
Yep, go ahead and hit the damage button and the little lightning bolts, and that'll roll it up. And then we can just drag and drop it right on them.
All right, I'm not seeing what I'm supposed to do here.
Okay, where it says Sacred Flame, you see the magnifying glass on the right-hand side?
Yes, okay.
Yep, if you click on that, it opens it up, and then you can actually use your dice down there below it. If you click on the lightning bolt, there we go. There we go. Now you got some damage on them.
And that's it. So I'll pass my turn.
Awesome. We go to Marbanya.
And penalty movement to get down onto the bottom deck.
Because there is no, it's not really that high. It's only about 10-ish feet.
Okay.
You could jump down and not have to worry about any penalties. It'd be a part of your movement.
And from that position, I should be within range.
I do believe you are. You are 55
Yes.
feet.
So I am going to whisper in his ear that he needs to duck quick.
He needs to duck quick.
He needs to duck down quick or flee for his life. Dissonant whispers, basically.
Ooh, Dissonant Whispers. Nice. All right, so go ahead and drag out your cast and put it right on top of him.
And he
He
succeeds. Okay. And I believe that is nothing on a save.
Yep, it's absolutely nothing on a save.
Absolutely nothing. How lackluster.
I know. Varus.
So Varus whispers to Corwin, "Get this guy before he runs away," and then
Okie dokie. Petrie.
He just cheap.
Doesn't he hoo-hoo? He doesn't cheep. He hoo-hoos.
Whatever.
Dinnan.
I will attempt to shoot him again.
Very good. Hey, you hit him.
In the neck.
In the neck, and he dies. Congratulations, folks. You have wiped all of the bandits out that were standing on the riverbank. Congratulations.
Bodyguards are up.
Terminate.
Since he's still bleeding, can I send Petrie over to just go collect a little bit of blood?
From whom?
The one we just.
Okay, you're going to fly him over? All right, that's fine. You can fly him over. That's perfectly fine.
Just, it could come in handy.
Okay, so the river mule continues paddling down the river. It does not stop. Morty's like, I'm not stopping until we get to the retreat. No!
Varus would like, if we think we still have many hours to go, would like to try and do some trancing to get some spells back.
Okay, all right.
Perhaps I should help Mortimer get this machine going.
Okay, and how would you like to do that?
Hand him the coal? I don't know. How does it work?
Okay, if you want to do that, that's absolutely fine. So you're going to go in there and you start handing. First thing is, inside, after you close the door, it's blessedly so much darker. But if it's at all possible, it's also hotter inside than it was outside. and it's a sticky, warm, humid heat. As steam pops past you, and there's all sorts of cacophony of noise and such going past you. It's just horrible. It's absolutely horrid in here, especially for a person who's used to a constant temperature of the deep, dark places beneath the earth.
But I'm relieved because I'm out of the sun.
Exactly.
Was anybody else injured in that cacophony, or was that just me?
Just you.
Just you.
Glad to take one for the team, you know.
Yeah, of course.
Just the one with the arrow stuck in him.
Don't throw the arrow away. It may come in handy.
I could use that. Okay.
Just let me get the blood off. Could come in handy.
Okay, so if all of you could please move yourselves on the boat map to where you would like to be, we will continue chugging down the Silver River. That's where you are. You are on the Silver River. If anybody asks, Morty says that you guys are a few hours away from a place called Steinhardt's Retreat. And he says that we'll stop there for the night, and we should be making it there with time to spare, so you guys can get some dinner and stuff in you. Of course, he yells this over the cacophony of his engine room. But on the boat map, go ahead, move yourselves to where you would like to be. I'll put Marbania down here on the bottom as well, where he is going to be.
I'm just gonna stay, like, put my crossbow back and kind of hang my head over the side, kind of just dry heaving.
What does Vasilisa have in her herbalism pouch that could help him to keep him from puking? Does she have like ginger or anything?
You know what? Why don't you give me a medicine check? You can do it right out in the open. You don't need to do it in the tower. Give me a medicine check, and we will see what you have. You do have some seasickness kind of stuff. You do have something that will calm his stomach, a little calmative. So he is not going to, unless it's psychosomatic for him. He doesn't. His stomach feels a little better now. Little charcoal, little calmative herbs.
I was
Don't
just
ask
getting
what's
ready,
in it, just drink it.
just getting ready to go fishing, and I lost my fish chum.
He's
Thank
chumming the
you.
waters. All right, folks. So it's about 45 minutes since the last time you got to play around with those bandits. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag and drop you guys onto another map. And I'm going to turn Denon sideways here in a moment to indicate the fact that he's actually inside the engine house. And I'll turn Mortimer sideways as well. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually hide him because he doesn't need to be out anymore. There we go. And two more people. There are a lot of you guys. Alrighty. Now. Uh-oh, indeed. With a lurch, the river mule comes to a sudden halt. The paddle wheels churn a white froth in the river behind you as they continue to go. With a great shout, men on the north and south shores of the river emerge from the trees and level crossbows in your direction. Unfortunately, our poor druid was unable to complete a short rest to gain back any spell slots. I would like everybody to please roll me an initiative first. Go ahead and move your tokens to where you would like them on the map. Once you are done doing the initiative rolling, and I will put you where you belong.
That's what my initiative roll. Jesus, twice.
And this is all going to be as people are, as we hit this chain that has been strung across the river in front of you. There's a sea that is out there, which is the iron chain that is currently holding the river mule in place. So that is what is going to be holding you back. You cannot move forward until that has been taken care of. All right, so now everybody has rolled their initiatives. I just need to roll one for Mr. Little Petrie there. I would like everybody to please roll me a dexterity saving throw. Now, Dinan, are you inside or are you outside?
I suppose I would be still inside. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to turn your token sideways and put you on the inside of the door. Okay. Marbanya is caught unawares by the chain, and he flies forward and bounces off of the crates and falls prone onto the deck.
Oh,
All right. Bobicus, like a champ, he's able to weather the sudden halt with no issue. Voradin, on the other hand, who is in between the crates in there, he's able to bounce off a couple of crates, but he falls prone to the deck. Let's see here. Vasilisa, who is not, does not have the crates to block her. She not only falls prone, but tumbles forward 10 feet as it slams. Varus also fails, flies off, and lands in the water. And then finally, Corwin, I do believe, succeeds, I think. Let me check. Yep, Corwin succeeds. So he does not go flying anywhere. He kind of stays put and on his feet. So that's how we are going to start. And Dynan, you bumped up against the door inside. You had no issue in there. Or didn't, sorry.
All right, so Denon's gonna step out of the thing, see the people holding the boat, and fire an arrow at one of them. Number
Oh,
25.
Go ahead and move yourself right out.
All squinting, trying to see his target.
Excellent. That is a miss, sir.
I can't see him.
Probably because you came from that dark area into the light, not only with the sunlight sensitivity, but your eyes hadn't adjusted quite yet. Voradin.
Well, I'm gonna stand up,
Okay.
get myself situated.
Okay.
Am I still able to cast?
Yes. Standing up from prone only takes half of your movement.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Chill Touch at Bandit 25.
Awesome. You can go ahead and target it. That's a hit. Ooh, that's some good damage.
And I will pass my turn.
Awesome.
I do not see any of these bandits on my map.
There we go. How does that work? Does that work good for you?
Much better.
Okay. All right. I think you went down, like you disconnected and reconnected while I was loading the map up. Does Petrie want to do anything?
Nope.
Okay. Okay, so the River Bandit here, number 12, he is going to shoot across at Bobicus first. And misses Bobicus. This River Bandit, number 25, is going to shoot over at Corwin. Misses. Corwin, it is now your turn.
All right, I'll go with the Sacred Flame against River Bandit 20.
Very good.
And how do I do a save on this again?
Okay, you can target him by hitting Control and left-clicking on the person you want to target. And then you can just drag that 12 that just popped up in chat right on top of the person that you just wanted to do it. Or you can hit it again. There you go. He fails. So you can go ahead and roll your damage. And he dies. Congratulations.
Okay, Inkle and Dinkle. We're gonna cast Earth Mote at them.
Ooh, okay.
Whoa, that was a whole lot of
I'm gonna
dice.
stand up first.
Yeah, that'd be wise. Why don't you go ahead and we'll take the prone off you first, and now go ahead and roll that.
Try this again.
You have to retarget them because it automatically fell off.
There we go.
And those are 2 hits. Now, for the rest of you, what you see is the earth suddenly rumble. The water in front of the boat or next to the boat begins to kind of look like there's like a shark almost swimming through it. And as it breaks into the shallows and onto the land, it looks like somebody has snapped a blanket as a big rolling wave of earth heads towards them and knocks them back. How far, Susie?
10 feet.
Okay, so it knocks the 2 of them back 10 feet each.
Actually, pushed up to 10 feet in a direction I choose.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna drag them close.
It has to push them. There's no drag. It's no pull. It's a push.
Okay, that's fine then.
Okay, so push them just directly back away from you guys?
Yeah.
All right.
Hopefully they get battered against trees or something.
Well, they don't, but they do fall on their asses.
Good.
So they are currently prone. Okay, one of them stands up. And he moves forward out of the tree line again. And he takes aim at Vasilisa, who just knocked him on his ass. And he is going to fire his longbow twice at her.
Ow.
That's a hit.
Ow.
Oh, no, she's
That's
knocked
dead.
unconscious. So I'll turn her sideways to indicate that she has been knocked out. And he fired both shots at her, so the other one's just going to collide with the crate behind her as she goes down. All right, this River Bandit down here on this bottom side, he is going to take a shot at Vorodin at -2 because Vorodin has some cover. And misses. And Varus, you're currently swimming.
So Vars is going to take advantage of his swimming, and he's going to try and whack the chain with some spells. So he's going to swim in front of the that way.
Okay.
Then it's going to throw a hailstone at the chain.
Ooh, a hailstone at the chain. Now, before we do any damage or anything, does hailstone have a somatic component?
It does.
Could you please give me a spellcaster check before we do this? You have hit.
How do I do that?
Okay, a spellcaster check. For those of you who are spellcasters, you may want to add this to your skills list. A spellcaster check is a proficient check in whatever your spellcasting stat is. So I do believe for druids, it's wisdom. So it'd be a proficient wisdom check for you. For the witch, it's intelligence. For the bard, it's charisma. For the cleric, it is wisdom. For the wizard, it is intelligence.
Just seeing if I have something else that I'm proficient in wisdom on. Can I just do the perception since it's the same, and then I can add the spell check?
Yep.
I almost drowned.
No, you don't almost drown. While you are swimming and paddling around, it's actually very, very difficult for you to wiggle your fingers and move your hands in what you need to do. You do not cast the spell. You do not lose any spell casting ability there. So, for example, if it were to cost a spell slot to do that, you do not lose the spell slot.
Yeah, that's a cantrip anyway.
So, but you are not successful in your casting.
Well, that kind of sucks. So then I'm gonna kind of get myself low in the water, so I'm hard to see, and I'll end.
Okay, not a problem. Okay, so this bandit that's over here, he has noticed the fact that Varus is in the water. Now, Varus is technically considered to be prone while he's swimming through the water. Though you're not prone. I'm not going to put prone on you, but he will attack you twice with his longbow at disadvantage each time. That is a miss. And the second. Oh, I dropped a nat 20 on that. You bastard. You. I did hit you, but not nearly as hard as I wanted to. The iron chain does nothing because it's an iron chain. Though Marbanya and Dinnan, the two of you being in the back of the party, you do hear the grinding of gears, and you can hear Mortimer inside swearing. You know, get us off this thing, over and over and over again as he's yelling and screaming and trying to shut the engine down before the whole river mule comes apart. But it is now your turn, and you're currently laying on the deck.
I'm going to use half my movement to stand, which gives me a remaining 15 feet, and I'm going to bail off into the water this direction.
You run and jump off into the water.
And can you use like a dash bonus action swimming?
You can use a dash action since you don't have a bonus to move, but you do have an action to move to swim. You can move at half your rate. So if you have a 30-foot, you can move 15 feet.
So right to there.
And at this point, you are able to stand up. It's shallow. It's still considered difficult terrain for another square, but you can stand up in the water.
I think I'd like to stay low in the water.
Okay, so I will say that you are currently prone in the water. Babakis, it is now your turn.
All right, quick question. How thick is the chain? Size?
Vary. Some chains are thicker than others. This chain is about as big around as Babakist's wrist. It's a pretty thick chain.
Okay, so I'm going to say, enough of this. I'm going in. I'm going to go to the front of the ship and get on the chain and start tight roping the chain towards the guys at the.
Awesome. Okay, I would like you to please turn to your skills tab after you draw out your movement. I would like you to please roll me an acrobatics check at disadvantage. Disadvantage is the DIS button underneath the chat. You'd click that before rolling your skill check. Okay, so
Whoops.
Bobicus begins to walk out there like some sort of acrobat, and then bloop, he just slips off and falls right in the water. Now,
Dang nabbit!
Since Bobicus is wearing heavy armor, he's wearing chainmail, he has a shield and a battle axe. I would like a choice out of Bobicus as he hits the water. You haven't taken an action yet, so you can do this. You can drop your shield and axe to the bottom of the river and not worry about making a athletics check to swim. Or you can make an athletics check at disadvantage to hold on to both of your items and kind of doggy paddle your way to a little bit shallower water. But that will be your action. So there's
I'm going
your
to doggy
choices.
paddle.
You want a doggy paddle? All right. So please click the disadvantage button again and roll me an athletics check. Oh, psh. It's like you were born in the water. So you're able to doggy paddle your way to shore and kind of use some of the rest of your movement, and you actually get to dry land. Congratulations, the dwarf has survived a near drowning experience.
Smells like wet dwarf in here.
It does. All right, and the last person to go is going to be the river bandit that is actually closest to Bobicus. He is, he had started off with a mirthful grin on his face, watching Bobicus attempt to tightrope his way across the chain. But his eyes have now widened into fear as a dwarf, a soaking wet dwarf in chainmail with a big-ass shield and a big-ass axe, has now lumbered up out of the water like some kind of dwarven water elemental and drops his bow. That's basically what he does. He drops his bow and begins to fumble with a sword at his hip and pulls it out. That is his entire action. Okay, around top to the top of everything. So, on the far side is first of all, the prone bandit who had shot at Bobicus and then Vasilisa had knocked over. He stands up, moves forward, and with his bow still drawn and ready to go, he fires at Corwin, missing him. Vasilisa, please make me your first death save. Ladies and gentlemen, the very first death save of the game. Susie, you can just eliminate that one success.
Take that. Yeah.
So, one failure. Mark, you said it was going to take 23, or what did you say, 13 minutes before I killed a character?
Well, I thought it would be that quick to kill a cleric, let's be honest.
Well, I guess the witch is going to be the first one.
Probably.
But the cleric may not be very far behind because this guy is using both of his shots on Corwin. One miss. Two misses. Denon, it is now your turn, sir.
Squinting, I will try to shoot at least one of those guys and take him down over there.
Okay. Oh, roll one more time. We'll take the lower of the two.
A good
well,
thing,
the lower
huh?
of the two is still a hit. So roll your damage normally in don't target him, but just roll your damage normally, because since the last thing you rolled is a critical hit, it's gonna pop up as and you were gonna throw it at what, number 12?
Correct.
Awesome. And you have healed him.
And I'm going to move up on top of the crates next to the witch fella.
Okay. Very good. All right. Petrie is so upset that his mistress is laid down, and he's coming over and owl licking her face. Marbanya, you are in the water. It is difficult terrain over that direction.
Okay, I think, let's see. Gotta get to there then.
Yes, you can. Matter of fact, I think you have another 10 foot of move.
Okay, I believe I'm right where I need to be, and I'm gonna throw some Bane on these guys.
Ooh.
Or attempt to.
Or attempt to. Let's see. 2 fails, 1 success.
2 out of 3 is not bad.
Let's see. So there's the effect.
Excellent.
And I'll put the concentration on myself, and that's me done.
Awesome. Voradin, is now your turn.
I will throw a firebolt at Bandit 9.
Excellent. And missed. You almost clipped Corwin with that.
So close. I will stay put and pass my turn.
All right, Corwin, is now your turn.
All right, I will cast Orison or Orison, I don't know how you say it,
Orison.
on Vasily
Okay.
and heal her for D4 damage.
Ooh. Orison actually heals for D4? It does. I did not realize that. If you roll a D4, I'll give her D4 back. Awesome. 2 points.
Not dead yet.
That's enough for me to stand up.
It sure is. She is no longer unconscious. But you are still prone, Susie Q. Just want to let you know. I will not put the effect on you at the moment. Okay, River Bandit number 19. Okay, so seeing the dwarf raise up out of the water from one direction, and seeing Marbanya come to shore from the other direction, he is going to step back 5 feet, and he is going to shoot once at Bobicus, missing, and then he's going to shoot once at Marbanya, missing. Bobicus.
Nah.
So as Bobkus gets up out of the water, he kind of squeezes his beard like a towel, wrings it out a little bit, just throw on my axe and my shield, and I'm going to come at the closest bandit there.
Okie dokie.
And as I'm coming at him, I'm going to take water that's like in my mouth, and I'm gonna go.
Awesome. All right, so you spit water at him as you start running towards him. You raise your axe and swing it at him. And that, unfortunately, is a miss.
Stupid wet clothes.
And are you well done, sir?
Yes, I am.
Okay. If you have your combat tracker open, once again, the combat tracker is the sword that's up in the upper right-hand side. If you hit the down arrow underneath everything, it's on the bottom of the window. There you go. Okay, Iron Chain does nothing. Varus.
All right, little janky movement.
All right, janky moves, janky moves.
I think, depending how hard it is to get on the boat, I can wind up over.
Okay. Would you please give me an athletics check to get up onto the boat? That's all I need. Matter of fact, you get advantage because you're coming up on the chain side. Should I curse you and say it shouldn't be hard? Ah, good. You climb back up there with no issues.
All right. Now, was that an action or was that just movement?
That's just movement.
All right, since it works so well from the water, I'm going to try it from the boat and cast Hailstone on the chain. To the same almost effect.
Yep.
Fish falls out of his mouth.
Yep, that's basically what just happened. A fish just fell out of your mouth. Okay, so
What
the
else?
bandit,
Not a sea elf, damn it.
the bandit is now prepared for Bobicus. He kind of blinks the water out of his eyes, swings and misses Bobicus.
Nice try.
And last but not least is this other river bandit, who moves over towards Marbanya, pulling his long sword while dropping his short bow. Ooh, new follower. Thank you very much for the new follow, guys. And misses. These poor bastards.
Would you like to dance?
Okay, it is Voradin's turn first. Voradin.
All right, I will cast a firebolt at Bandit 9 again. See if I can hit this.
That is a hit. That is a dead bandit. Very good.
I will just move closer to the edge of the boat and then pass my turn.
Wow, thank you for that new sub. Thank you very much for that.
Gotta break this chain. We gotta break the chain.
Cha-chain,
The
chain.
chains of love.
Were we both thinking the same thing? Chains?
Or chains.
Chain of fools. All right. For all of you who are on board the boat, at this point, you can see smoke beginning to roll out of the engine house. And you can hear Morty in there screaming, "Let's get off the damn thing! Get the chain!" And it is now Vasilisa's turn.
I yell back. I yell back real quick. I'm sorry. I yell back real quick. We're working on it. Keep your pants on.
Okay, well, she's going to use this crate in front of her as cover.
Okay. Are you going to stand up from prone? Because you are currently
Yes,
quote-unquote prone.
I'm going to stand up from prone.
Okay. So you squat up from prone, kind of peek over everything, and of course your little owl is licking your ear at this point. He's sitting on your shoulder.
Yep. And we are going to Earth Moat again. This time we're going to do 15 and...
Ooh, okay. That's going to be an interesting thing. That's going to be very interesting.
Can you hit the rock or the chain with that?
Yeah, she's going to hit the rock with that because that thing comes out as a wave. So, yeah.
Hey, that's even... You want me to target the chain as...
Yeah, go ahead and target the chain as well.
Okay, there we go.
We'll roll that beautiful bean footage. I see. Let's see here. You missed the hunter, who kind of jumps over everything. But the chain and the bandit do take it. So go ahead and roll me some damage. Nice. Some really shitty damage on a 3d4, but hey, whatever.
You know what? Damage is damage.
Exactly, it is. And ooh, I gotta
And
move
this
that guy
guy
back. Yep, he's got to fly backwards. No, that does not give Bobicus an opportunity attack. But Varus, it is now your turn.
All right, I'm gonna hit this damn chain with a hailstone if it kills me.
Yay!
Yay, you did it! Nice. Okay, so the hunter, now seeing that there's all sorts of bad things about ready to befall him, because there is a dwarf with a heavy shield, armor, and a big-ass axe, easily within striking range, he will focus both of his shots at Bobicus. Hits. And misses. The iron chain does nothing. The river mule goes chug, chug, chug. Marbanya.
No, the iron chain rusts a little bit.
It does. It does rust a little bit. It rusts in peace.
Rusts in peace. Well, I'd like to put River Bandit 13 a little rest in peace, so I will take my rapier to this guy.
Okie dokie. That's it. Nice.
With some of that, and I think I'm going to stay right where I'm at.
Okay, Corwin, it is your turn.
Break the chain,
All right.
break the chain.
Unfortunately, all I have is like fire spells, so I'm not sure what I can do against the chain. And I have no strength, so that's not going to help any.
And barbecue some bandits.
That I will do. I'm going to use Guiding Bolt.
Ooh, that's a good one.
And I will use that on the River Bandit Hunter.
Ooh, very good. Okay.
And so to make a ranged spell attack, do I just
Target him and then just hit your button that does the casting bit for your there we go, and it's a hit. You can go ahead and roll your damage. Very good. That's some good damage right there.
Nice.
And that's all I got.
Excellent. Dynan, it is now your turn.
He says, "Turn his back. I'll get him in the neck again."
You hope.
So I'm going to target the guy on Marbanian, which I would have sneak attack on him, but I still am at disadvantage.
Yes, you are still at disadvantage. So unfortunately, you may not get your sneak attack. May not. Please roll a 1. Please roll a 1. I want you to shoot Marbania.
Oh.
Oh, he doesn't.
Yes.
But I will give you your sneak attack damage. I will indeed give you sneak attack. So go ahead and add that to yourself. As you thread a arrow into this guy's ear.
Message for you, sir.
Ouch! Right in the ear.
And I duck real quick. I'm like, oh, shit.
Good move. Now move up to another one and we'll do the same thing. as Dinnan moves up to the front of the boat to take a look at this chain and see if he can be of any.
Okay.
So I'll move up there.
Very good.
So
All right.
looking down at the chain, does it look like it could get pushed under the boat? Like if I was like prying
No,
on it,
it is snagged really well on the front end. Matter of fact, because the riverboat has been pushing into the chain, it actually is kind of embedded itself right in the front end. The only thing to do is basically cut it or break it of some kind and try to unweave it from the front end of the boat. If you try to push it under, you'll probably rip off like a huge hole in the front and sink the boat.
I look at my short sword on my hip and go, "We need something sturdier than my sword."
Meanwhile, the river bandit is going to, at disadvantage, he is going to throw his longsword at the dwarf.
Look, they're giving you tribute.
And then runs away.
Huh. You didn't throw it far enough. That would work.
Bombicus, it's your turn.
I gotta do everything myself. So I put my axe, grab the crowbar off my hip, and I go up to the chain and I try to break it with.
Very good. Okay, give me a strength check at advantage, because crowbars give you advantage on strength checks.
It's handy he carries a crowbar in his belt, huh?
Actually, it was kind of under his beard, which was kind of interesting. He also carries a big shovel.
Like wearing it like a Mr. T chain hanging from under.
Exactly.
Is that a crowbar in your beard, or are you just happy to see me?
Pity the chain.
I pity the fool that messes with my crowbar.
Okay, so you start cranking on it. Can you roll me a... Give me a D4, please, Bobicus. The way to roll just regular dice is to pick them up off the bottom and then drop them into the chat window. Very good. So you start cranking on it. And you do a little bit of damage to it. And it is now... You can go ahead and advance your turn if you'd like to, sir. And Petrie dances back and forth somewhere near the witch. Which I'll just move him out of the way.
How do you whisper in the DM?
/W. Here, I'll type it in chat for you. Just like that. Dinnan, it is your turn.
Dinnan is going to fire at the one on the beach. Number 19.
Okie dokie.
Actually, does it look like the dwarf is going to move up and engage him?
Actually, it looks like the dwarf has stopped engaging them and is currently using his crowbar to crank on the chain.
And I want to protect him for doing that. So instead of firing, I'm going to attempt to do what he did and run down the chain and try to get in front of.
So you're going to run down the chain. Okay. Give me and see, you're not wearing a lot of heavy stuff. So I will allow you to make a straight up acrobatics check. This does not include your sunlight sensitivity. So it is going to be straight up for you. Okay. All right. So you run down the chain, a little slippy, little slippy, but you do get to where you want to go.
And then I'll shoot that guy in the face with my bow. Or try to, anyway.
Pew,
Okay.
pew, pew.
You'll try to pew pew.
In the face.
I do not.
And you do not.
I'll say, hey, up here! Shoot at me!
Oh, okay. You're going to try to get his attention. Petrie's turn.
He continues to bounce back and forth.
Okay. All right, so he does the potty dance somewhere nearby.
He's just a little guy.
Yes, he is, for the time being. Corwin, it is now your turn. Oh, by the way, Corwin, just to let you know, now that you're standing like really close to Vasilisa, you notice the fact that she is carrying a straw broom as like her weapon of choice. She is gripping onto this thing like with a white-knuckled purpose.
Alrighty. All right, I'm going to move forward, and I'm going to cast Orison on Varys as well, and give him a D4.
Ooh, okay. Very good. Ooh. Varys, do you want to go ahead and adjust your hit points? You got 4 back.
Nice, thanks.
Babakis, are you back?
I am. I'm here.
Awesome. It is now your turn.
So I am really going to put all my strength into just trying to break this chain.
Okay.
Come on, you dang, ding, dong, a dong, ding, rusted.
Okay. So you use all of your dwarfy might and strength check at advantage. Do you wish to use your inspiration to re-roll that and try again?
Yes.
Okay, so please re-roll that at advantage. I will take the highest of all 4 of these rolls, which was a total of 11.
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah. So you try so hard that what you do is you undo your crowbar from its nice place where it was, and you were doing all sorts of damage to it. You crank on it so hard that it goes flying off the chain.
This is,
And you got to
this
go
is
find a
my
Sears.
wedding night.
You got to go find a Sears and get a new crowbar.
I didn't roll a 1, so he didn't break his crowbar, so that's a good thing. But you can go ahead and advance your turn unless you want to move, because you still have your movement if you'd like to do that.
All right, we're going after this guy here.
That guy right there.
Yeah, and we're going to get just a little bit closer to him.
All right. So you climb up over everything and around people and everything like that. Move over to the far side. And what are you going to cast?
I'm actually casting Siphon Soul.
You're going to cast Siphon Soul on him. Oh my. That is a hit. So you are going to siphon his soul. You have killed him, and you get 3 temporary hit points. There's your temp hit points. I already added them to you, and he is dead.
Sweet.
Vasilisa the Dementor. She's evil.
What did that look like?
Okay, so what happened just now was Vasilisa cast a spell. She said some pretty dark and nasty words that they just sounded gross. And then
So it was
over
like a
Dynan's shoulder, he watched as this guy's soul literally got pulled out of him. Like a picture of the guy got pulled out of him over Dinan's shoulder, and it flowed back over to Vasilisa. For those of you who are on the boat looking at her, she now has this weird purple radiance around her that you can swear you can see that guy's face kind of randomly and ghostly float around her in this shield that she has just created.
What in the dark abyss is that? As I duck away.
Warden finds some strange delight in that.
Nice. Vasilisa, you may go ahead and advance your turn because we are not done with this encounter yet until that chain is gone.
Corwin's a little turned on right
piece of freaking crap piece of shit.
Okay, that river bandit is done and run away. He is gone. Voradin.
What to do, what to do.
Break some chain.
I suppose I can shoot magic missile at the chain.
Can you target an object with a magic missile?
I will allow it. I will allow it.
Cool.
Hey, he's the one spending his spell slot for it. I'm okay with that.
And I get 3 missiles, correct? Just so I make sure.
I do believe so, yes. Nice. Nice. Pop, 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 right into that chain.
And I'll pass my turn.
Marbanya.
So seeing these magic missiles fly out and hit this chain and these two guys working on it, I'm thinking that it's probably a good time to head back to the boat.
Okay.
So I'm going to start back that direction.
Okay.
Is it half my speed swimming?
It is.
Okay.
And would you like to spend your action to kind of finish swimming and
Yes.
climb up on a boat? Okay. Give me an athletics check,
Yes.
please. Also known as the bridge boss. Hey, that's a good athletics check. So you swim back across and you climb up onto the boat.
Cool. And kind of shake the water off and say, hurry up with that.
And the chain does nothing because it is a chain. Dinan.
So the dwarf's like working on the chain with a crowbar. Does it look like it's because of his location that's being affected, or just that he's attacking the chain with it? So in other words, could I move up to where the boat is and do the same thing and have the same?
You should be able to, yeah.
So I'm going to attempt to run back up the chain and onto the.
And back onto the boat. Okay. I really want you to roll a 1 on this acrobatics check because I want to see you crotch yourself when you're running across this chain.
He could always just do it as a special effect.
Yeah. Thunk.
And just for you, I'm going to use my inspiration.
Aww. Let's see if you have Mark's curse. Because Mark, every time he has advantage on anything, he ends up failing. If he has
I
disadvantage, he always wins.
I roll 2 6s or something.
I credit.
Bastard, you win. Okay, so he dances across, does a couple of pirouettes and some other elfy crap, and gets over to the other side.
Then I will drop my bow, draw my crowbar, and attack the chain.
Awesome. You
With
may
a
make a
strength
strength check
check, right?
at advantage.
Can I use athletics?
No. It will be your straight up strength on this. You do a good job. Roll a d4 for me. Alrighty, you'll do 5 points.
You can crank it with the crowbar. Grab crowbars and pry on it.
For those of you paying attention to Petrie, he flies over and he perches on Vasilisa's shoulder. But as he flies by Voradin, you can see the same purple glow that's around Vasilisa coming from Petrie's eyes. And even the face of the man that she siphoned the soul from is in Petrie's eyes. He's no longer dancing. He actually looks pretty horrific now. Corwin.
All right, again, since I really have no strength and nothing that I can use as a crowbar, I'm going to cast my Orison on Bobicus to give him a +1 to his next roll to his roll for the next.
Nice. Awesome. All right, the iron chain doesn't really do too much. It does make a creaking, cracking noise as far as the boat goes. Bobicus, it is now your turn. You have a +1 on your strength check.
Good. I'm gonna, hastily grab that crowbar again. Say, I am gonna break this thing if it kills me. And I jam the crowbar back into the chain.
So you're wreck it, Bobicus. So I'm gonna wreck it.
Correct.
Awesome. So you may roll your strength check at advantage again, and we will add the +1 to a 16. Okay. You may roll a d4. And with that, you snap the chain. Thankfully, at the same time, Morty is actually shutting the engine down, so it doesn't just suddenly lurch forward and, slap Bobicus across the face with a broken chain. But the chain is broken and dangles down into the water and sinks to the bottom of the river. The river mule is now free, though it is a little scuffed up in the front end.
That'll buff out.
I think it's secure. I don't think we're taking on water. I'm leaning over the front of the boat looking. Quick, steer towards shore. Get the dwarf.
So with a couple of pulls, you guys are able to kind of push the river mule over to the side. Morty is swearing inside because as he has shut it down, of course, all of you are saying, okay, we're free now. And now he's like, it takes me 15 minutes to get this started back up.
Can we help you?
Sure. And he, shows a few of you how to do things, and that will speed up the time that it takes. Now, what I'm going to do...
I'm going to start searching the bodies.
Okay, not a problem. You start searching the bodies. I'm going to clear out the initiatives. And at this point, ladies and gentlemen, we are an hour and 40 minutes in. Why don't we go ahead and take a short break? We'll take, 5-10 minutes?
Sure.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right, very, very good. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we are going to take a very short break. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start up some music. Let's see if I can find something that is relatively not goofy. Let's do some jazz, I think. We'll listen to some jazz. Maybe, if I can find it. Because my playlists are, freaking insanely long. So we'll listen to some jazz. We will set it up on the Be Right Back screen. Everybody can go and take we'll say 10-minute break. 10-minute break. And I'll pop up in chat the vote for when everybody comes back. So we will be back in 10 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Please enjoy some nice, cool coffee table jazz.
Thank you, Ted.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for coming by this evening and watching us play the world premiere of Grim and the Wicked, Shadowfall. We will be back in just a few more minutes. We're taking a quick break, so definitely be sure to hang out with us. Alrighty, folks. We still got some more time left before everybody is back, as you're waiting to see. So, but we got a few more minutes to come back, I guess. Just a couple. I would like to say, and I want to congratulate my players. You did so well during those initial river encounters that we actually skipped one because you guys had done so well. Congratulations. You're the first group to do that.
Thank you.
It's because I'm here.
It is. It's all because P4D is here. Which, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you have yet to check out Passion for Drawing, he's also a Twitch streamer and an artist. Matter of fact, he has done some of the artwork in Grim and the Wicked. So if you'd like to check him out, all of his social stuff is here in my Twitch chat. Oh yes, I will definitely say this is a gorgeous looking map. This map here was created by Zovia Maps specifically for Grim and the Wicked. This is one of 4 total maps that she has done for us for this. So, and this is called the Steinhardt's Retreat. For those of you who are her patrons on her Patreon, you saw a version of this as a part of her Patreon. So, it is truly awful music. I will agree. Matter of fact, I'm going to actually turn it off. We're going to turn off the jazz for right now. Typically, I like to listen to jazz, but it's a little too late at night for that. So, all right. If you are back and you are one of my players, go ahead. There's a couple of bubbles that are here in chat. Make sure there is a check mark in your bubble. So that way I know you are back. And once we have all 7 of those check marks there, I will start the game back up. Not a problem, Chris. Pew pew. And I'm going to say hello to Chris from Game Tiles Warehouse. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not checked out Game Tile Warehouse, be sure to check them out as well. Share some extra stuff with you guys out there for my players and for my stream so you guys can be able to see this. Susie's teeing and giggling over here behind the scenes. She's like, oh, God. So it took another hour or 2 for you guys to get to Steinhardt's Retreat. Matter of fact, I am going to give you guys a short rest. So if you have recovery dice you want to throw, I would suggest doing so now before we get going. Hey, Chris, go ahead and PM Shadzar the link to your website for Game Tile Warehouse, and he'll post it here in chat for us as well. So that way everybody knows where to find you. But, okay, so if anybody else doesn't need them, you can go ahead. And
So, how long is a short rest?
A short rest is 1 hour long. So unfortunately, you can't trance during that time. And the trance will be interrupted by reaching the Steinhardt's Retreat. So, because it only takes about 2 hours to get here.
I'm gonna take that time to air out and wait. Wait. I totally strip naked as dwarf, and I start drying out my clothes.
Ooh, ow, ooh.
I mean, you guys have all heard. You all have heard of the like towel of decency or the robe of decency. Well, he has a beard of decency. His beard is long enough to be able to cover whatever little mining pick he may have.
Just don't bend over.
Well, you guys just suddenly hear from, as you're looking the other way, you just hear a big thump. You don't know what it's from. But...
Oh my gosh.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Your crowbar fell out of your beard.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah, it's
I've never seen a beard on the back of someone before. Look at that.
Should I make a strength check?
No.
But why is it braided? That's what I really want to know.
Who braided it is what I want to know.
It's
How do you braid
it's
your
all
back
the
hair?
fashion down in the up in the Dwarf Mountains.
Ew.
Back hair braiding Tuesday.
I thought you were braiding his crowbar.
Oh God. Speaking of braiding crowbars, let's make sure that Susie Q's temporary hit points are gone, because during the ride, her temporary hit points do disappear.
So yeah,
And
also while I'm drying out, I and we're having this discussion, I just hop up on the on top of the boxes, and I just like totally just lean back, spread eagle, just let everything kind of air out, let the boys air out.
gotcha. Yeah, things are a little musty. Things are getting a little musty. So, but you do air out. Everybody dries off who went for a swim, and as I say, Vasilisa's weird spiritual-looking shield does indeed go away. So that is good. And then her owl goes back to hopping back and forth and being a little pain in the ass. But you do, after about 2 hours since your last encounter, you are able to reach the Steinhardt's Retreat. Steinhardt's Retreat is a walled-in, what looks like was once a castle of some kind or a very expensive townhouse. And there is right in front of you is this massive set of gates that raise and lower. Currently, they're up. And inside, you see 2 dwarves, a male and a female, standing there hand in hand with each other. The male dwarf has a large tankard, and he has kind of a piggy-looking face. The female dwarf is pretty for a dwarf, specifically Bobicus. You can notice she is very, very pretty. She has kind of like a honey blonde hair. Her husband, whose name is Gaelic, her husband has kind of like brownish hair and almost like a mohawk style. He's definitely a little larger than life. So, and he too has a mullet. It seems to be that all the dwarves, all of you have met thus far, this includes Bobicus, all the male dwarves you have met so far have mullets. Just saying.
Patrick Swayze.
Yes. So, the 2 of them meet you at the gate. Just inside. And behind them you can see a nice gazebo with flower boxes around it. A little tinkling of a fountain in there. "Hello!" says the male. "Welcome to Steinhardt's Retreat." And he looks over, he sees Mortimer. "Morty! Oh my God, it's been ages since we've seen you. Welcome back!"
Sounds
Wow.
constipated.
He does. He does sound very constipated. The
The
woman,
sun.
whose name is Greta, she kind of looks at you. "Welcome, welcome, all of you. Welcome. Please, this is our home, but you are welcome to stay. Morty, it's been ages. You need to tell us you cannot be gone so long from us."
Sounds like Jerry's parents from Seinfeld.
They do.
I
They are.
just started to say she sounds Jewish.
Yep.
New York Jewish.
Yep. Thanks, Susie, for that. During playtest, when she ran this encounter, she made Gaelic and Greta Jewish. So forever now, they are Jewish. Everybody who has played in that playtest, they're all Jewish.
Steinhardt. Got it.
Come in, sit down, have some honey buns with us. Please tell us all about your journey. And she will begin to lead all of you inside. Do you follow her?
Absolutely, if there's
Sure.
a Stein in there.
Denon will keep his cowl on his hood covered. That's not to alarm anyone.
Yeah, man, you might want to keep that covered up.
Yes, I know. I've only been on the surface a short time, but people don't take kindly to my folk, nor do I.
Is there a stage in here?
Greta points to the door. For those of you who go inside with her, she points to the door. If you go over into the merchant's hall down there, there's a little bit of a place where you can perform if you really want to. But at the moment, we don't have anybody else here. It's kind of a warm part of the summer. It's not any good for tourists. Even the Silver God doesn't stop by right now. It's just too hot.
Well, perhaps a bed would do me best.
I
Oh,
seek
sure,
some.
oh, sure.
I seek some shade, please.
You're welcome. Do you want a room on the first floor or the second floor?
The quiet floor.
They're all quiet right now.
I would
First
like
floor, if
the
I could.
darkest room you have, please.
That shouldn't be a problem. Just don't light a torch or one of the candles or the lamps. Just keep them off. There's no windows here on the first floor. You could use one of them.
Thank you. I'll go there now.
And she looks over at Vasilisa. I'm sorry, sweetie, but we don't have any private rooms. They're all double occupancies.
That's okay.
Meanwhile,
Hey, I'm
Varus,
a
what are
loud-
you doing?
I'm a loud snorer. So
Over here.
anybody who sleeps with me, better have some earplugs.
All right, so Varus, you kind of wander over to the largest building in the group. Now, that building right there that you can see is a warehouse. It is huge. It's like a big barn style thing. To the south of you, you can see that there's kind of an open air, for the lack of a better word, probably a stable of some kind. Except the last stall has a door on it. I'll open up a couple of these other rooms for y'all.
The door with the arrow. The door here.
Yep, that right there. That looks like a stable with a door. You get close to it, and your elven senses can smell something very unfriendly.
I'm gonna leave that alone.
Yeah, it's pretty horrendous. It is pretty horrendous, but you do get the gist of what it is. It's a latrine.
Quick, kill it! Oh.
No killing the gazebo. No killing the gazebo.
There's no horses in the stable.
There are no horses in the stable. No.
Are the stable stalls relatively clean? Or are they dirty?
Oh, they're pretty clean. There's no road apples in there. It looks like the hay's been changed probably in the last couple days.
I asked the leader, how much is it to sleep in the stalls?
I do believe our room and board were covered. You don't have to sleep with the hay.
Oh, sweetie, you don't want to sleep in there. That's where the horses go. You want to sleep in a bed. Don't worry, they're good beds. They're nice and firm, just like us dwarves like. They're perfectly firm. Here, sit down. Have a honey bun. You'll love these. I make them fresh every single morning. Anytime you want to come down, just go ahead and grab one off the table. It's absolutely free of charge. Just enjoy them.
I mean, yeah, but I really like the smell of a good stall in the morning.
Anybody who is currently eating any honey buns, if you are damaged, please go ahead and take away all of your hit points of damage.
Oh, special honey buns.
They
Nice.
are. They are so good.
Honey
They make you
buns
feel
don't
good.
want none unless you got damage.
I would like to take one of those to go, please.
Why, of course. Go ahead. You take whatever you want, sweetie.
I scoop a whole
shoving
bunch.
them in my pack.
I scoop a whole bunch into my pack. These are really good.
So
I
as
put them
Vasilisa
in
sits
some.
down, Greta comes over, starts picking at her hair. Oh, honey, this is absolutely horrible. What have you been doing? Have you been trying to brush your hair with that broom?
No.
Oh, sweetie, your hair is so dry and brittle, you may as well cut it all off and put it at the end of the broom. I'm just saying. This is horrible. Absolutely horrible. You need to sit down, you need to take a bath, you need to scrub some of that out. Just come back and visit sometime. What I'll do is I'll brush your hair out for you. We'll do it all up nice. You look so pretty. You shouldn't be hiding behind all this hair and dirt.
I prefer to hide behind the hair.
You gotta let everybody see your face. You're too pretty to be hiding back there.
Not many people like my face.
Oh, honey, whatever. They just don't know you. Just show the world your face. Show them all.
It's like, yeah, I've seen worse.
So, what would you... I like how Dinan's like, I'm going to bed, closing the door.
Yeah, I got
I'm
my
like,
honey
it's-
bun.
I need the darkness for a while, at least a few hours, to catch my breath. I will be out momentarily.
You seem like you have a lot of experience taking care of people.
Honey, it's been years. You have no idea. You see, when Gaelic and I first met, it was many, many years ago. We were both just very young and stupid and inexperienced dwarves. We decided that we wanted to go and be a part of an adventuring group, and we started off in Khazra-dûm. And in Khazra-dûm, people like to be smiths and they like to be merchants and they like to, go mining things. But we didn't want to do that. We had a little bit of the wanderlust in us, and that's how we met. Is we both joined an adventuring company together. Until our first adventure. Oh my God! Let me tell you, I was the healer in the group. It was absolutely horrendous. It was 9 of us dwarves. We went off into the swamp. We went to go find this hag coven that decided that they wanted to do all sorts of nasty, bad things to people. And we did find them. We did beat them. We beat them all back. But let me tell you, I just could not keep up with the healing. It was not what they promised in the songs and in the dances. She looks over at Marbanya. See, people like you with your weird little songs and your little songs, your little singing things where you like to tell stories. They're just stories. You got to let people know that these stories are not real, because the real idea behind the entire thing of adventuring is that it's hot, it's dirty, it's sweaty, it's gross. You get leeches in your armor. It's terrible. It's absolutely horrible. So right after that, we took our little cut of the money, and Gaelic and I, you see, we got along very, very well. And we decided to buy this place. It was a ruin when we first got it. Oh my God, Gaelic, he spent an entire year just trying to change the roof on the warehouse. It was absolutely the worst thing you've ever seen. There were bloodhawks stuck in the rafters. It was just, and she keeps going on and on and on and on.
I start to mosey towards the horse.
Gaelic
Yeah,
is
off
actually
to bed then.
Gaelic is actually kind of laughing as he kind of passes by the door and he goes down into this other large room and kind of gives his head a little shuck. If anybody wants to follow him off into the other room. Morty is sitting down and kind of quietly speaking to him over in the other room. And this room is actually pretty well appointed. The table is large, highly polished, made of wood. There's banners on the walls. There's a boar's head, like as large as anything you guys have ever seen, stuffed and mounted on the wall. There's all sorts of wonderful things, and you can still hear Greta nattering on in the other room. Gaelic, on the other hand, begins to natter himself. And he begins to regale you each of stories of adventuring and such. If anybody wants to interrupt him and talk to him and ask him questions, you're welcome to.
I'm just kind of sitting here at the table, picking at these cinnamon rolls and sketching in my prayer.
Okay, not a
I'm
problem.
kind of looking up at the work that they've done, kind of checking out, because I'm a dwarf, so I'm always judging other dwarves' work. I mean, like, I like what you've done to the place. Looking
Well, the
pretty
first
good.
thing is that you'll notice is, I mean, since you are a mason, the first thing you'll notice is the fact that this is not dwarven masonry. Dwarven masonry would not have mortar in between the stones like this does. This is human masonry. So they must have hired humans to come over here and do this.
I see here, y'all didn't do all this work yourself. Who was your contract?
Gaelic is the one who responds to you from the southern room. Well, you see, we went over to Lune Argenti, which is not that far away, but we went to Lune Argenti. We got ourselves a whole mass of humans, and they all came out here, and they had halfling porters, and they would run around with. Yes, Rob, we see the raid. Well, thank you very much for the raid, by the way. And they'd have these halfling porters, and they would carry stones on their backs, and they would run everywhere. And they would place these things on their backs and run up the stairs, and they would sit in a place. And then these wizards, these human wizards, would move the stones from the halflings into place. And they would mortar them there with a special magical mortar that makes it impervious to damage.
I kind of rub my chin. That's some pretty interesting work. I don't think I've seen that. Well, not in these parts, not for a very long time.
Denon picks at the mortar a little bit with his fingernail.
It comes
This
right
is
off.
magic?
It comes right off.
This is magic? Like flicking it like out of his fingernail. Like, how is this magic?
Don't listen to him, calls Greta from the other room. Don't listen. He's so full of it. If he was any more full of it, he'd be twice the size he is. Gaelic, on the other hand, just kind of rolls his eyes in this room. They're yelling back and forth between rooms at each other. And he kind of rolls his eyes and starts tapping some weed into his pipe weed into his pipe and puts it up to his mouth and clamps it between his teeth and pulls a spark out of the fireplace and lights it up. You had best not be taking that stinkweed in my house, is what she screams from the other room. Out! Out!
Stinkweed. There's a song to be written here.
There are many songs. Matter of fact, there is
Wasn't that one in Spinal Tap?
There's a playtest group that actually made beer based on Steinhardt's Retreat. There is a Greta's Ale out there somewhere. It's a microbrew ale called Greta's Ale, and then there's another one called Steinhardt something or other. I think it's like Steinhardt Stout or something. Which I'll speak to the person who made it, and we'll have those recipes on my website for people who want to make the beer themselves.
I might make a mead based off of the recipe.
So, but this goes on for hours and hours and hours. And all of you are welcome to go ahead and explore and do things. Ooh, I see that Varus has decided to go over and visit a spot, which I will now open up and show you a picture of there, Varus.
Had flower boxes. Had to go check it out.
Does this count as a long rest then?
Nope, not yet. This is the beginning of a long rest, yes. This is about 2 hours into your beginnings of your long rest. Now, Varus, what you find is this little fountain in there. It's a bubbling 1-foot deep fountain with a mosaic of a hammer and anvil at the bottom, and it makes for a peaceful place to sit and contemplate. You see the glint of coins lying at the bottom, made of all shapes, sizes, and metals. And you see another metal thing, something metallic under there that kind of catches your eye.
And that's separate from the anvil and the hammer.
Yes, it is something that's lying there on the bottom, but the ripples on the water is making it a little difficult. Is a cursory kind of thing. If you want to examine the water a little bit closer, you're welcome to.
I will go so far as to investigate it.
Ooh, you may go ahead and roll an investigation check at advantage. It's not a very difficult check. Of course, I just said that out loud. Now you're going to roll ones. Okay. You can see that there is a dagger, a very ornate-looking elven dagger, down there at the bottom of the well of the fountain.
Ooh. I forgot to ask. Back when I was searching the bodies of the bandits, did I find anything?
You didn't find any gold. You did find their equipment. So those of you who still need some equipment, like if you need a longbow, if you need long swords, short bows, you may go ahead and pull those right out of the player's handbook and add those to your character sheet. You're also able to pull an entirety of 100 arrows. So if people want to split those amongst each other, you are welcome to do 100 arrows.
I will take
Yeah.
20, please.
Okay,
I
go ahead
will
and pull them
take
right
a
out of the player's handbook and drop
bow
them
and
in.
some arrows too.
Okay, same
I'm
thing.
gonna take a short sword, strap it, somewhere on just randomly on my body.
Okay, not a problem.
I'm just gonna camp on these barrels right here and just peruse my spell.
Okay, not a problem. You go ahead and start looking through your book. Yeah, everything.
What?
It's a very peaceful place. Where you guys are right now is a very, very peaceful place.
What's down this dark stairwell?
It's up the dark stairwell. Do you want to go up to the second floor?
Sure. Is it bright sunlight up there?
No.
Then I will explore as well.
Okay, so upstairs, if you want to, the northern portion of the map, if you scroll up on your map, you will see the upstairs. And there you go. You can see that there are doors that go north and south in this hallway. There's kind of some wooden areas and such.
Is there a door, did you say?
There are many doors up here. Each of these leads into a room. They are all currently locked. And it is getting on to dusk right now, so your sunlight sensitivity is not quite as difficult as it was before.
And there's the flower pot, and is that a window that outlooks the courtyard, maybe?
This area right here is just a banister that looks out into the courtyard. So it's like a walkway. It's a covered walkway right there.
Interesting. So I could jump out into the courtyard from up here if I
Yes,
had
you could.
to.
Yep.
Can you fire down on the courtyard?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Interesting note. And even that door's locked?
That door is double locked right there.
Double locked. What?
double
Why?
locked there.
I saw I like hesitate now that I see that it's double locked. Like, wait, why is this double locked?
Yep, it has
Does
two
it look
locks on
well
it.
used? The door?
It does.
Is it?
It does.
Aha. Make note of that as well. Do the locks look difficult? Like, just glancing
You
at
can
them?
do an investigation check to determine the difficulty of the locks or the quality of them. And while you're doing that, I'm going to pop back down to the first floor. and I'm going to find out what people are doing down here. Varus, do you have anything you want to do?
I think I found a nice spot to do my trancing. Very tranquil, very like nature with the fountain.
Yes, it is. It is very naturey. It is very naturey. Marbania, the
I
door
will.
that you're standing next to actually leads into a room that Mortimer is using as his room for the evening.
Okay.
Babakis, you
Yep.
see
I
the...
had these double doors, or
Mhm.
is that what that is?
Yep. Matter of fact, at this point, since people have gotten to eat and rest a little bit, Mortimer is going to ask all of you to begin to offload the 10 crates that are on the River Mule to bring into this room, or this building, that you're standing near.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'm going to go out and I'm going to grab my max amount of crates I can grab for my strength.
Okay.
Probably even pull them if we can get them into so they can roll really easily. Just be lazy about it. Like stack too many of them.
Oh, okay.
Like when everybody goes to the grocery store and you're bringing in groceries, you just like grab every bag instead of making multiple trips.
Okay. For the three of you who are standing over by the front gate, as you're beginning to leave, first of all, Gaelic will give you guys a cart to go back out to the boat and get stuff. But the three of you, while you're waiting for the cart, you will see that there is some sort of weird mechanical contraption on this side of the gate that looks like a lever that makes the gate go up and down. It's this huge counterweight and lock style mechanism. Basically, if you were to throw the lever, that gate probably wouldn't open from the outside if you tried. You'd probably need battering rams and fire in order to get through it.
I want to holler back and say, what just exactly are you expecting to show up here?
Gaelic and Mortimer are the ones who come out to talk to you about it. Well, you see, because we are so far away from Lunargenti, we need to have some protection. We never turn anyone away. However, we can't be too safe. You know what I mean? We know it's out there.
And looks like you obviously want to keep it out there.
Yes, we don't need giants and orcs and all sorts of things running amok through our poor little area. No, this is our home. No.
That piques my ear for just a moment. Did you say giants?
Oh,
and orcs.
Oh, yes. There's many. At which point, you guys will now see the map. Let me show you what the Silver Vale looks like.
Very nice.
It's not silver.
Cool.
So this is the Silver Vale. As you can see where Steinhardt's Retreat is on the map. It's along the Silver River. Lunargenti is to the east. That is where your destination is. Mortimer tells you that's about another day's travel to go that direction. And this entire area was once the empire of a giant king. Many centuries ago. Now the whole north is full of orcs and the ruins of this giant empire and all sorts of strange and nasty things. There is a glacier to the north called the North Star Glacier that is kind of the doorway of the orcs. They come from much further north and they sweep down. They try to capture as many slaves as they possibly can and bring them back to their strongholds that are further north.
Do we notice any other kinds of fortifications around the building, or is it just on?
It's just the building itself.
Where did we start from?
Off the map to the west. There is no name for the city that you start in.
Where the streets have no name.
Where the streets and city have no name. Maybe in a future supplement, I will name said city.
We'll come back to Conquering Heroes and we'll get to name it.
Exactly. Exactly.
My luck, it'll be called Corwin's Demise or something.
So our final destination is Lungetti. Why are we offloading crates tonight?
Mortimer is the one who says, well, you see, we really can't leave them on the boat while we're all sleeping in here, or else there's a possibility that they'd be stolen.
Ah, I understand. Perhaps somebody should keep guard on them as well tonight. Perhaps I'll do that.
I mean, we did have a river full of bandits and all.
Aye.
I will help keep.
Okay. Alrighty. And with that, what we will do is we'll kind of fast forward a touch, and we will start getting ourselves into the evening.
Ooh,
Ooh, ah, oh. For those of you who haven't used Fantasy Grounds, this is the nighttime mode for Fantasy Grounds. It turns everything blue. It's very nice.
I would call it charcoal.
Alrighty, so everybody tell me where you're going to be about midnight-ish. If you're guarding, let me know where you're guarding. I will let you know that Mortimer is going to be in his room, fast asleep.
I'm going to be up here in this room just because I need to rest and pray.
Okay.
I'm
Denon only needs his trance, so he'll do that after midnight, but probably at 2. So he'll stay up to like in the darkest of the night and guard the crates.
Okay.
and Varys is an early riser, so he'll do his trans for the first shift.
Okay.
And Bobicus is laying buck ass naked in the hay, snoring long.
Buck ass naked in the hay. Awesome. And it seems like Vasilisa is joining Denon in the warehouse.
Yeah, she's not real comfortable here.
Okay. Not a problem.
So you go hang out with a drow, makes you more comfortable. Okay, yeah, cool.
Actually, yes.
More so than the dwarves that were talking about beating up a cup.
And braiding her hair.
Uh-huh.
Then I
Yeah.
got pushed her over the edge, braiding her hair.
I don't like to be touched.
I like my space as well, so we'll get along fine.
Awesome. All right. Round
Yeah,
about
I like
midnight,
my sleep.
I would like Varys, who is out here in the gazebo. I want him to please roll me a perception check in the tower. I would like Vasilisa and Denon to also roll me perception checks in the tower, but at disadvantage for being inside the building, but with the door open. Oh, Varys, you are so going to notice this. Denon notices. Vasilisa does not. Vasilisa is clueless. Well, this is what the two of you who did succeed will see. Dropping down about midnight-ish. So you guys have not gotten a long rest. Okay, this is just before the long rest time is supposed to happen. So 8 hours is what a long rest is. You guys get this about 7 hours in. 3 humans drop down from above the stable to the courtyard below. I will allow the 2 who have seen these 3 drop from the roof. I will allow those 2 to please roll me initiatives each.
Question: If you were Elfie Trancy, it was 4 hours enough?
4 hours is not enough for an elf trance. Well, 4 hours is for the rest part, but the other 4 hours you still need to not do activity, as according to the player's handbook. So
fine.
you do not get a long rest after 4 hours. You get it still after 8.
And Geo, just to clarify, Denon is inside. Could he actually see, or did he just hear them outside?
I'm going to say the door is open, and you are able to see and hear. I mean, now that it's dark out, you are very, very akin to the darkness, and you can see these 3. Well, you see one of the 3 of them drop down from the roof of the stable.
Well, Varys is gonna see how this new longbow that he just got works out, and he yells, "Intruders! Intruders!" and fires at the first.
Okay. So
Boom.
There's your initiative. Nice. And Varys, go ahead and roll your initiative for me. And we will begin.
Wow.
Nice. Look at those initiatives. You two are kicking ass. All right, Dynan, you are first.
So I'm kind of in the dark a little. Can I stealth?
You can.
So I want to stealth, and then I'm going to shoot at him, hopefully with advantage. Bandit number 10.
Okay. Do you have the bonus action to be able to stealth as a bonus action yet?
Oh, crapola. No, so I guess I'll just shoot at him.
Okay. You're going to have to step out from around the corner a little bit, another 5 feet to your left, in order to get a nice clean shot, or else you'd have a little bit of cover there. Good. Vasilisa, you will notice that Denon is walking towards you and pulling his bow.
I whisper to her, "We have incoming."
She smiled.
Vasilisa, you may roll initiative at disadvantage. Okay. Ooh,
So
and that's a miss.
Dunk next to him.
Yes, it goes off into the hay.
Which one
And
did
I'll,
you shoot
and
at?
number 10. And I'll move up and kind of push the door a little closed,
Okay.
So she's got cover.
Okay, not a problem. So the left side of that doorway is now considered to be full cover and full concealment. So nobody will be able to attack you directly that direction. They'll actually have to step up to that 5-foot space in front of the right side door in order to actually
Let
see
me,
into the room.
I have a question. Are
Mhm.
these bandits aware of me?
Yes, you are snoring loudly. They possibly are very aware of your presence there, though no, they haven't done anything about it yet.
They just
Varus.
Mission Impossible in on you. Dun, 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 dun.
Varus rolls a 1, and he shoots the corner of the gazebo. The gazebo is unhappy and bucks him out. I'm kidding.
Take a friggin' sniggers nagger.
He was all trancy and stuff.
He was trancing.
He's gonna move further away.
Okay.
Does he go, "Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit"?
He does do a little oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. So this one sees him move out from underneath the gazebo. Will move in that direction towards him, target him, and shoot his bow while he is going after him. He does not much better. It thunks into the wall behind Varus. This one, who has just been shot at and saw the door shut, will move up into the doorway and attempt to slice at Denon with his longsword.
Do I hear any of this? It's like
Not
this-
yet.
this-
Not yet, you don't.
Okay.
This is still early yet. Matter of fact, he actually runs past Denon, to be honest, because he doesn't
Well,
realize that Denon's right behind the door. Yes, you do get an upshot. And
Well, I don't have a
weapon.
weapon drawn.
You don't have a weapon drawn?
No, so I'll attempt to trip him.
Okay, I will allow that. Go ahead and make a regular melee attack roll against him at advantage.
with my dagger, okay?
Yeah, it's fine. It's the same thing, basically. So, okay, so you do trip him. He does kind of go sprawling across the floor, not expecting that you are right behind the door, because he still can't see in the dark. And, yeah, so he was a little off-put. So he is laying prone on the ground. But he will use his action to stand back up and move a little bit further, seeing the fact that there are multiple of you here. He will move kind of off to this direction a little bit. And he'll end his turn. Vasilisa, you can go next.
Okay, this guy. We're gonna try something.
Hold my beer.
We are going. No, never mind, because he can't see me. No.
Yes, he can. He can see you. There's a little bit of light in here. I mean, there is some light in here. It's not like it's like pitch black. He was just not expecting the fact that there was a drow waiting to trip his ass as he went through a door.
Okay, well, we are going to try Evil Eye on him.
Ooh. Okay. You can go ahead and you can tell the group what you are doing when this happens.
You don't see, like, you see her making, like, almost thieves' cant symbols with her fingers and muttering under her breath. And you'll notice her eyes glow and, you know, cool.
And Dinan will pull his cowl back and say, "You've made a desperate mistake, human."
He does not look happy. He looks a little terrified of Vasilisa at this point.
Yeah, every man here with a wife knows what the stink eye is.
Yes, that is it. It's exactly it. It is the stink eye. So, okay, so this guy runs by. Now he hears Babakis snoring. He stops for like just a split moment. I turn around, and now Dinan, you can see this. He turns around. You can see the fact that he's looking down at Babakis's naked dwarven body laying in the hay. Kind of gets that, oh shit, I didn't mean to look at that kind of look on his face. He kind of winces, like, oh. And he goes trotting off past your line of vision.
And Dinan throws up a little bit because he knows what he just saw. He's like, oh, sorry.
Now, Varus, you can see that the one that just ran past everything, he stopped here at the corner at the far side. He's pulled something out of his bag. Since you're an elf, you can see in the dark. You can see he's pulled out a stick and what looks to be flint and steel, like he's about to light a torch of some kind.
Yeah, Varus yells, "Fire!"
I'm definitely with them.
Fire, fire, fire!
Yeah.
And as a response, Gaelic, who is actually sitting up at the top of the tower, which is that building that's to the extreme southwest of everything, he's sitting up in his chair up above, also begins to ring a bell and get an alarm going. Marbanya, from where you currently are, I would like you, even though you are asleep at the moment, I would like you to please roll me a wisdom check.
A good old wisdom check.
Good old-fashioned wisdom. You will hear Varus start screaming fire, and you hear the alarm bell that Gaelic is doing. It wakes you from a sound sleep. You have your action and your movement. The bonus action was you waking up.
Okay. And I guess being prone, half my action to stand and make it to the door while grabbing my weapons.
Okay. Please note, for anybody here who wears armor, if you are not awake and on guard duty, make sure on your inventory section to make sure that it is not considered to be worn at the moment, because you're not wearing your armor. Donning armor takes time.
Including leather.
Including
Correct.
leather, yes.
Okay. And what do I see? Do I see Mr. River Bandit 3 over here?
You can see River Bandit 3. So you throw open the door. You're kind of standing there in your night clothes. And you see River Bandit 3 with his bow out, drawn and aimed at Varus. Varus also has a bow out. And you see, let's see, you are what? A human being. No, you're not. You're a half-elf, aren't you?
Half-elf.
Okay, so you have dark vision. So you can actually see the River Bandit hunter that is lighting a torch at the far side of the gazebo right at the moment.
The hunter. But this one is aimed at Varus, so I'm going to flip a dagger. It's about the best I got.
Okay.
Poing!
Boing! It doesn't hit anything. It just kind of slides over against the wall of the warehouse as it just kind of hits pavement.
Okay.
All right. So the River Bandit, it's here. He is not very pleased to see Vasilisa. So he actually will be moving and kind of trying to hide. And he goes over here, totally forgets to attack anything or do anything like that, and cowers behind a box. You know, those crates and stuff over there on the side. And he's cowering, he's holding his face back so he doesn't look at Vasilisa. All right, Voradin, please make me a wisdom check. Because you are currently laying in bed getting some Z's, and you are also awoken by everything.
Okay, so I'll move to the door,
Okay.
or right outside the door.
Alrighty.
And I will cast Chill Touch at River Bandit 3.
Ooh, good job. That is a hit. Nice damage. Holy crap.
Ooh.
I know you said chill touch, but you cast firebolt.
Yep, you did.
Let's roll with it.
I did.
Yeah,
But it worked. Roll with it.
He just woke up. He didn't know what spell he was casting. Knee-jerk reaction to do
I
firebolt.
was disoriented.
Which to burn like an ice cube.
Yes, he did. He
It
burned
was
like
a
an ice cube.
dry ice Chill Touch.
You still have a few feet of movement left if you want to use it.
Yeah, I'll move 5 feet and then I'll pass my turn.
Awesome. Corwin, wisdom check, please. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, do not poke the wizard while he's sleeping. Apparently, he has firebolt prepared. Corwin, you remain asleep. You are dead to the world at the moment.
You've got earplugs in, fool.
He does. All right, Greta is doing her thing up above. Denon, it is now your turn.
Denon's going to look over at Vasilina and say, "Do you have this guy under control? Can I step out a moment?"
Susie is currently bringing the dog out, so she's not unable to respond, but I do believe she's probably going to nod yes. So you step out. You are in your element. It is dark. I mean, there's little lamps and stuff lit, but for the most part, it's dark out here.
So the hunter is lighting a torch. What is he using to light the torch? Like flint and steel? Or...
Yep, flint and steel.
So I'm going to attempt to shoot the flint and steel out of his hands.
Ooh, okay, so you're not going to deal damage, so you just want to shoot right out of his hands. Okay, go ahead and make your attack roll. I have a number in my head, so let's see if you do it. Oh yeah, you got the number. So you will shoot the flint and steel out of his hands, and he is unable to light the torch.
And then I'll finish my move and wake up the... Is the dwarf awake?
He is snoring like there is no tomorrow down there.
So I'll move over and just kind of kick his foot and Say, wake up! We have incoming, and put that thing away, please.
So you will kick him. All right. Vasilisa's turn.
All right. Well, this fucker's trying to hide from me. Yeah, that shit ain't gonna happen.
Well, he's cowering in the corner from you. He has his head hidden behind his hands. He's kind of cowering there behind the boxes, because he is terrified.
Good. Let him cower there for. So she's gonna move out there.
Okay.
Okay, so we have Tweedledee and Tweedledum here.
Yes. Dinnan just shot the river hunter, or the river bandit hunter. Shot the flint and steel out of his hands, so he can't light the torch.
Okay. We're gonna pop that there. And we're gonna do Path of Corruption right there.
I need you, before you cast that, I need you to please roll me a spell casting check. For you, it's a proficient intelligence check.
Hold on.
So, Geo, did you just say that the spell casting skill that we put on our skilled tab should be at proficiency?
Yes, it should be a proficiency.
Sweet.
Yep.
Hold on.
Very good. All right. You cast it, and you realize, okay, you do actually corrupt the area. Okay, you do corrupt the area. You see some of Greta's flowers begin to wilt and such like that. You also understand while you're casting. I'm gonna say this just to Susie across the computers, so nobody else can hear it. This is secret information.
Hold your mic down, Susie. Hold your mic down.
Yeah, she's gonna hold it down so everybody can hear it.
That's fine, but there
Okay. All right, so now I got to roll on a table for Susie Q.
There we go.
Okay, and Susie, I am going to share something with you. Did that pop up for you? No, I didn't see it pop up. I'll put it in your actions tab, Susie. There you go. It's in your actions tab. All right. Give me a moment, Susie, and I will double check to make sure we have everything coded properly for you. Give me a moment. There. That is on both of them.
Sweet.
Oh, actually, Susie didn't have them targeted at that moment in time. That's not a big deal. I can add it back on. There. All right. So now they are corrupted. So there we go. That was just a little goof on our side of things. So the River Bandit Hunter will turn and shoot at Vasilisa, who just corrupted the area. He is going to shoot at her twice. Ooh, hits. She succeeds at her concentration check. And a miss. The other river bandit is going to continue assaulting Varys around the side. Misses. Babakis, I would like you to make me a wisdom check at advantage, please, sir. And thank you, Gwydion. This map right here was done by Miss Zovia from Zovia Maps. She did this specifically for us, and you can get a version of it from her Patreon if you wish to have a version of this. Okay, so Babakis, you are awake. You're buck naked and awake.
So-
Denon is kicking you at the moment.
Please put that away. It's going to blind us.
I kind of like wake up, snap out of it, like, hi, and I see the guy, like, what's going on? And then he says, oh, they're gonna burn it down. So I come out buck naked, and I'm gonna charge that guy closest to me, and I'm gonna do a like run up his body and put his head in a headlock, so that his head is nestled as closely to my crotch as possible.
All I see is this naked dwarf running across the ground screaming, teabag, teabag, teabag.
I've heard of this. It's the dwarven teabag maneuver. I've never seen it. How wonderful.
Babakis, you may roll your athletics check, I think, is probably the best thing for you. At advantage. Yeah, at advantage. Yeah, for your grapple. Yeah.
Athletics, you said?
Athletics, yes.
Yeah, his hand's ringing too because I just shot the thing out of his hand. So he's like, ow!
I mean, he's got a bow up right now. I mean, he's facing down a dark elf
Yes,
and a witch.
22.
And here comes a naked dwarf running around the corner, runs over, and grabs a hold of him. I'm going to put grappled on both you
Coin
and him.
purse.
I think he got him by the crotch.
Okay, so Babakis grabs a hold of him, puts him in a headlock. It totally surprises the guy out of nowhere. And, shoves the guy's face directly into his short beard.
He's trying to hit him with the crowbar.
I haven't really washed down there in 2 weeks.
Well, you did go swimming, so that's at least you get the from under out from under there. Oh, so gross. So gross. Susie and I are over here going, bleh.
Is it braided?
Oh, God. All right, Bob.
His back hair is.
You can advance your turn. He drops his bow. I mean, that's how surprised this guy is. He drops his bow. Varys, you don't really want to know what you just saw.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it. Babakis just, nut grappled
I'm going to
the
move
guy,
a little
and
bit
I lost 4
closer.
viewers from it.
I'm going to see if the hailstone, which didn't work at all against a chain, works against a band.
That would be
I'm
good.
actually drawing this scene right now, so we'll put it up on.
Nice. That is a hit. Oh my God, Varys, you can actually hit a living creature with your hailstone. Very good.
It works better on non-living matter, apparently not.
Then they're going to move back 10 feet.
Okay. When you got close, you saw that the ground right there in that circle is pretty black and nasty looking. Okay,
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to stay near there. It's the opposite of nature. I'm pissed.
So Petrie flies over and sits on the... I know, he's going to sit right up here on the box. He sits up here on the box and stares at the river bandit that's inside. The river bandit cowers in fear from Petrie.
Every time he twitches a little bit, Petrie just does that weird owlet scream.
Mortimer wakes up and comes to his door as well. He's buck naked for the most part. He's got his hammer in his hand, and I mean an actual hammer. He sees what's kind of going on out there, and he decides that he is going to join in, and he throws his hammer at the bad guy and hits him.
It's like a ball peen hammer too, right? Like punk.
Yeah, it's like a really like aggressive looking like claw hammer. And then he goes back inside and closes the door because that was it. That's all he's got.
He's like, what am I gonna throw now?
Exactly. It's like, what the fuck am I gonna do now? Okay, so Gaelic has been yelling and screaming from up above. He is now going to come down you start hearing him coming down through the tower up above. Meanwhile, the river bandit is a little disconcerted by the fact that the gnome just appeared, threw a hammer at him, hit him, and went back inside. So he's going to go over and he is going to attempt to slash at Varus now. He's no longer going to deal with short swords or his short bow. He's going to deal with long swords now. It misses. The hunter is going to attempt an escape check. And does not escape the grapple. He is currently grappled and sniffing dwarf nuts.
And I squeeze just a little bit harder.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. Voradin, it's your turn.
I think he just fought it on him.
3, and I mean to cast Firebolt this.
Okay, good. That is a hit. He's dead. Mortimer does nothing. He's hiding inside. Alrighty. The river bandit inside is still cowering in fear. Corwin, you can make another wisdom check to attempt to wake up again.
Am I at advantage or not?
Yes, I'll give you advantage this round. Because there's some pretty good stuff going out there in the courtyard.
The alarm bell, maybe?
The alarm, people fighting, the wizard outside your door screaming spell component or spell casting stuff. Yeah, you wake up this time.
All right, I get up and I head to the door. Can I get past Voradin?
Yep. You can pass Voradin because he is not in melee combat with anybody. You can pass through him without any issues. So the cleric appears, also in his night clothes.
And do I see anything? Is there enough light for me to see what's going on?
It is dim light for you right now, and from your current perspective, this may be actually a good thing. You cannot see the naked dwarf teabagging the hunter around the corner. You cannot see that. But you do see a dead bandit laying at the feet of Varus.
What in the name of Alicia is going on here? And I just delay my action. Can I do that? What do I?
Yep, you can just say you ready your action, and when you are ready to do something, I will ask you if you want to do anything.
All right, that's what I'll do.
Okay. All right, so Gaelic comes out the front door down here of the tower, and he kind of finishes his move over here. Dimmin, it is now your turn.
Lift his head up a little. I'm going to shoot him in the face. Move your junk over, too.
Hey, no, what? No, don't do it. My beanbag is a little too big for your aim.
Does grapple?
Just leave it alone.
Does grappled give me advantage?
I will give you advantage to this. I will give you advantage because cinematically, it is absolutely hilarious to watch.
Until a critical one comes across.
Like,
Until that
look-
one comes across and shoots him in the yam bags. That's what it's gonna do.
Lift him up a little higher. I've almost got to shot him, Amy.
I kind of bend my I kind of bend my legs in just a little bit, lift his head up, like, and I go, "Say cheese."
There, perfect. I critted.
Oh God! Oh God! Go ahead.
What, it
roll your
didn't
attack.
roll?
No, it didn't. Go ahead, roll it.
No, why is it not rolling?
I don't know. That's funny. It's like even my fantasy grounds right now is like, dude, I cannot allow this to happen. I will roll for you if you'd like.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not rolling. Please, with advantage.
Oh, that's right, with advantage because I roll a 1. Let me try that again. It is a miss. Because you got a
Your
4.
beard got in the way.
That was your total right there. Yep, you miss. It goes careening past the two of them. Yeah, his beard kind of threw the fletchings off a touch.
Then I'm gonna move, just kind of get out of the where he was sleeping. It smells like stinky dwarf.
Does it smell like stinky dwarf? Wet horse?
Oh,
About the same.
I know probably why it wasn't working. You don't have it as my turn.
It was Dinan's turn, right?
I still show it on Combat Tracker's Corin's turn.
You've disconnected from the table then.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh,
Or lagging or something.
Yeah, so the game's lagging for you. That's fine. All right, so we'll go on to Marbanya. I will. Where do you want to move, Dinan, on the map?
just a little bit closer out of the stall area there, closer to the target.
Alrighty, I'll put you right about there. All right, so Marbanya, you're up in the doorway. You are able to fully see the horrificness of the Babakis wrestling with the bandit.
Yeah, so I'll head over this direction where my dagger chinked off the stones.
Okay.
And when I get here and I see, oh my God, what the is happening to the south here? Just kind of freak out, start laughing real hard, and say, "You get him, boy!" and throw some bardic inspiration on the dwarf because he deserves that.
Okay.
You're inspiring his ball sack.
Ball sack.
Make him choke on it. Make him choke on it.
Oh, gross.
Oh my jimmies are tingling.
Oh God, no. Okay, Babakis, it is your turn. You have him grappled. He is not escaping from you. He tried and he failed horribly. What would you like to do?
Is it possible for me to just I just want to like kind of curve, smash his face in, and snap his neck? What would I have to do?
Okay, I understand what you want to do. Go ahead and give me another athletics check at advantage, please. You can utilize this bardic inspiration on this check if you wish to.
Oh yes, I'm going to be putting all of my inspiration into it.
Okay, so after you roll the dice, you can go ahead and roll an additional d6, and we'll add it to your total. Awesome. All right, so that's a total of a 17. So you will kind of do the bulldog maneuver from WWE or WWF, as the case may be, and since we're old. And you kind of do the bulldog maneuver, and you kind of do that jump up in the air and slam him straight down into the ground. So now he's prone on the ground. And I'm going to do a Constitution saving throw for him. to see if you knock him out when he hits the ground.
Not because he hit the ground, but because he's got his nose up a dwarf's ass.
That too.
I'm gonna knock you out.
You know what? Bobicus knocked him out. So he is actually unconscious, laying on the ground. A few of his teeth are in the back of his adenoids right now.
Well done.
You clenched up your butt cheeks and strangled him?
Yep, I totally ball sack choked him out.
Ugh.
You Bobkissed him.
Would somebody please tell me what's going on here?
I just watched the dwarf teabag this guy into unconscious. Oh, the guy in the barn who's afraid of my owl right now. Just say.
All right, Bobicus, well, what else would you like to do?
I'd like to get up and what happened to the other one died, right?
Yeah, the other one's dead at Varus's feet.
I'd like to get up and start heading over to the other room too.
Okay.
And I'm just like getting all bloodthirsty. Well, in this case, ball thirsty, and just to start running towards him. Like, hey, I gotta kill him.
Okie dokie.
I'm going to use the rest of my turn by just moving forward so I can see what the hell's going on.
All right. One moment, please. Okay, so after Bobicus goes, Greta appears in the window upstairs, and she throws something across the courtyard to Gaelic, who catches it. Vasilisa's turn is next.
Oh, she's gonna head back in the barn and go poke at this guy a little bit.
Okay.
No, that's what I'm gonna do.
You walk past the naked dwarf, giving him a wide berth, apparently.
Yeah.
All right. You gotta do something to him?
Just gonna look at him.
Okay, so you stand there and stare at him. Petrie sits there and stares at him intently.
Actually, Petrie will hop closer.
Hop closer? Okay, so you have him hop closer. Bloop. All right, Varus.
Gonna dash over there.
Okay. That guy is snoring on the ground. He is straight up snoring.
Yeah, and I'm switching to my scimitar.
And as he sits there and snores, to the south of you, climbing over the gate, are more bandits.
Banditos!
More banditos! Bob, it is now your turn.
Okay, so do I see these other bandits coming through?
No. Your back is to them at the moment, and I mean, you did hear Varus yell "banditos," but so if you spin around, you could see them dropping down from the top of the gate.
Yeah, I'm gonna spin around and be like, what the?
I can't guarantee that, chat, because Susie pees on everything.
So I'm gonna just start running towards them, all crazy, like just make like, like as much noise and craziness, like slop, frothing at the mouth. Make sure they can see every square inch of, just intimidate them. Like,
go ahead and roll intimidation while you're running towards him. Oh no, poor Dinnan. Dinnan, he runs past you and it brushes up against your leg.
What are you using your nuts as nunchucks? What are you doing?
Helicopter, 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 as he's running forward screaming.
Oh, shit. Oh, look.
Make way
And
for
it's
these
like,
truck nuts.
oh,
Oh, gross.
I can smell them.
Yes.
They look a little concerned. They do look a little concerned, Babacus. Maybe they're confused. They don't know how a dwarf is helicoptering while he's running. So, actually, I don't know how you're helicoptering while you're running.
He's got his beard going in at the same time, like.
He's like one of those really cool strippers that has the tassels going in opposite directions. He's got his beard going clockwise. He's got himself going the opposite direction. I mean,
The crowbar's
You
going
just
both directions.
all you hear is just the smack of back and forth.
Many decades of practice, I say.
Advance your turn, please. Oh my god. I don't know
Don't
how.
look, Mortimer! Don't look, Mortimer!
I'm going to say this right now, ladies and gentlemen. The Game Master is giving Babacus 1 point of experience, or 1 point of inspiration, because he just made my wife go, which is rare for Susie.
I'm glad I could inspire all naked dwarves all over the realms this
Yes,
day.
yes, you
Thank
have.
you for this inspiration. I want to thank all my other party members for this great honor, and I will use it wisely.
Oh my god. Corwin, please save me. Put me back into some sort of semblance of normalcy.
All right, I'm going to move down here and cast Burning Hand.
Oh, jeez.
Watch where you put your hands.
Wait, these guys are climbing too, so do you have like advantage on them or something?
Well, they don't really, because it's a dexterity save, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, they're going to be at disadvantage for their saves. So what
it's a
you
dex
need to
save,
do
half damage
is
on a save.
yeah. So what you need to do is target all of them and click advantage on yourself before you cast, because that'll make them roll at disadvantage. I do believe.
And then roll the cast dice.
Yep. That did nothing. Go ahead and roll it one. Okay. Just roll me on the side. Roll it 2 more times, and I'll take the lower of them, because you have a 16 and a 17 for 2 of your dice, then it should pop up as something lower. Okay, so another one fails, and one more. Okay, all 3 fail. So let me make sure that they're all targeted for you. Okay, so go ahead and roll your damage.
Do you smell that? I think it's overwhelming.
Good
It's the
Lord.
dwarf ball.
The cleric just steps up and is like, flamethrower, bitches. It just burns them across
Can
the
you
top.
smell
It
what the
burns 'em.
Corwin is cooking?
No shit.
Like he thought it was a pillbox from World War II. He's like, whoa!
Exactly. Shock and awe. Okay, so this cleric is somebody you do not want to fuck with. He pulls out some heavy hitting crap. All right, so Gaelic, he is going to run over this direction. Can he make it? Ooh, he does. Oh, he doesn't want to stand in there though, because that's the bad stuff. So he's going to actually run over next to Varus and above this guy. He didn't go into the little thingy, because that looks gross. He's not happy, by the way, with that stuff. And he can see these other guys coming across the top. Dinnan, it is now your turn. They're still coming. They're on fire now. They're kind of smoldering up there, but they're still coming.
Well, while number 12 is climbing down and I should have advantage on him, I will shoot him in the back with Sneak It.
Well, you will be able to shoot him with advantage anyway, but he's not climbing. He is going to jump down here in a second.
Sneak attack, okay?
Yes, it is.
He is
Jeepers.
falling currently.
Yeah, he tumbles over backwards off the top of the gate.
And then I'm going to move back just a little. And done.
Okay. All right, so the bandit hunter on the ground here, he's out cold. He's not going anywhere. All right, this one, on the other hand, jumps down. He hops down, thunk, lands on the ground, and he is going to move towards Bobicus. He does not want to move towards the flamethrower cleric, and he is going to attack you with a longsword, Bobicus. It hits you. Hard.
My junk.
Aye, my junk. Vasilisa. I would like to note, Vasilisa, that at this point, your concentration on the path of corruption is gone because you are no
Yeah,
longer
that's
on
fine.
the
It'll
side.
fade.
So, all right, what would you like to do, my darling?
First things first, we're going to come out of the and move on over to there.
Okie dokie.
And then we're going to take on this guy right here. And we're going to siphon soul.
Oh, Jesus. That's a miss.
Yep.
Varus.
Gonna move down 5 feet. Whip some hail.
Nice. Critical
And
hit.
crit.
I think you've got that one down pat.
Doesn't work on metal.
Done. He's done.
It's what happens when you add hot and cold all at the same time.
And I'll move another 5 feet and get close to the other guy and say, "You're next."
Nice. All right, Voradin.
I will move quite a bit closer.
Okay.
And I will cast Firebolt at Bandit 1.
Excellent. Hits. Boom. You shoot him backwards off the top of the gate. Greta jumps out of the window, lands on the ground near Corwin. Corwin, it's kind of, I mean, you don't get surprised because you're alert, but what surprises you is that she kind of like lands like superhero landing style with a frying pan in her hand and goes to join her husband over here on the side.
Like Kung Fu Hustle style.
Yeah, Kung Fu Hustle style. This river bandit is still terrified of the poor little owl and kind of ekes his way back further away from the owl into the corner. He can go no further. Marbanya, it is your turn.
So Marbanya starts thinking, like, what is so important in this cargo we're hauling that these people would want it so bad they'd do this here tonight? But I'll pick up my dagger here. Is this stuff gone? Yes, it is. The evil ground.
Yes, the evil ground is gone.
I'll move up to that spot right there, and I'll just hold an action.
Alrighty. And last but not least is Petrie.
he continues just screech at.
Okie dokie. Back to the top of the round, Corwin. You don't see anybody except for the unconscious bandit who's laying on the ground.
Is that all of them? Asking everyone else.
Except for the one in the bar.
There's one in the barn, but I'll deal with him momentarily.
Actually, Petrie's having fun with it.
I wish to have fun as well.
All right.
my
Well,
God, you guys
I'm going
are
to head
so-
back. I'm going to head back up towards my room and grab my crossbow that I came out empty-handed. So I'm going to go get my crossbow.
Okay. If you want to, you can use an action to dash, and it'll actually get you into your room to grab your stuff if you wish.
Then I'll come back to the door. Will that be all right?
Yep, that works. And you can go ahead and advance your turn, sir. Mortimer is staying behind his door. Varus.
Gonna move up next to the bandit
Okay,
and tie him up.
awesome. So that will be your action. Petrie is, I'm assuming, screeching at the bandit inside the warehouse.
Oh yeah, he's just having all sorts of fun with this.
Okay. Greta can see the poor naked Babacus is, well, not only naked, but wounded. And she casts a spell on him, healing him for some of his wounds. Babacus, it is now your turn.
All right. I decide I feel good. I feel real good. I decide, all right, where's that other one? I got something to say to him. So I go to run into the warehouse room there. And this time, instead of going all crazy and stuff, I kind of stride in with my hands on my hips, like take a look at, just in all my glory.
Okay.
I have seen the coming of the glory of the dwarf.
Basically, yeah.
I'm going to stand in the hall, the lights shining in, or lights shining right on me, and just stand there like a Superman pose. And I go, all right, you and me gotta talk.
Petrie looks over at the poor dwarf for a moment, or the dwarf in all of his glory. Petrie looks over and then puts a clawed foot up over his eyes and shakes his poor little owl head, unable to unsee the glory of Babacus. Do you wish to do anything else, Babacus, or will you be advancing your turn?
Let's see. I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna shoot double guns. Go to the back at the owl. Give the owl a little wink.
Thankfully, Vasilisa is not looking through the owl's eyes right now to be able to see all of those things, because that would be really nasty.
And I think I advanced my.
Yes, you did. And Babacus, while you're going and doing the double whammy on the owl, you feel a sharp pain in your ass cheek. As suddenly, an arrow appears in your butt. Denon.
I didn't do that. Where did the arrow come from?
That
Perception.
feels like my. Why do I suddenly feel like my first wife is here?
Something bit me. A little Forrest Gump moment.
Right into buttocks.
Right, and the butt talks. All right, Denon. the top of the tower, you can see, if you go up to the second floor version, you can see 4 more have climbed over the wall at the top of the tower.
This wall is not really helping these guys very much.
Well, I'm going to scream out, "There's 4 more coming," and I point right there, and I shoot one of them in the shin, trying to make him fall off the roof.
Okay, you are at -5 to attack him because he does have some cover. He has quite a bit of cover, I should say.
Is there another map? I don't see it.
Okay, in the lower right-hand corner of your map, you'll see this thing looks like almost like a targeting reticle down there. If you click on it, you can actually, scroll up. Or if you have a third mouse button, like that wheel in the middle of your map, if you hold that down, you can actually pan across your map.
I see these guys. Okay.
That is a miss, sir. As it bounces off the crenellation at the top of the tower.
And I am going to try to take some cover from them by maybe moving up against.
That won't be cover right there. You'd have to go around to the right side of the wall, around the corner, in order to get cover from them.
So they're right above this little square cutout in the lower left.
Yes, they are.
So they're in the corner?
Oh, that would be more than enough cover. You're way back there from. All you'd have to do is move like 2 squares north, and you'd be in cover.
Okay, cool. Thank you. And then step into the shadows a little. I can't hide, but
right.
trout.
I understand. Okay, so this one, let me see. We're going to do a shot at Bob first. A little shot at Bobicus. See if he can shoot him. First shot hits Bob. Bob is knocked unconscious. So I'll turn him sideways. Second shot.
Oh, that felt like my second wife.
It sure did. Oh, nope. Sorry. Take that back. Let's rewind that. Because that is the unconscious one that's laying there on the floor, not the other one. So
how do I? I'm sorry. How do I get back to my map?
Double click on your token.
Yep, you can double click on your token, and that'll work.
Which is the top right one?
Mm-hmm. And I'll remove the unconscious off you. There we go. So this guy is the actually unconscious one, so he doesn't do shit.
He thought about shooting him in the nuts, but
but he was having dreams.
He dreamt about it.
Yeah, he was having dreams of shooting Bobicus in the testicles. So, but this one is definitely going to try to shoot Bob. That was my goof. There we go. Now Bob's only at heavy. He's not unconscious. This other one, he is inside. He's still scared of the bird. This one is going to shoot down at Vasilisa. Hits her. Oh no. Vasilisa, death save, my darling. That was a success. Awesome. Voradin, it is now your turn. Those guys are doing a hell of a lot of peppering from up there on top of that tower, just saying.
And I'm guessing you saw I dropped restrained on the one I tied up.
Yep, I saw that. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to shoot a firebolt at Bandit 9.
Awesome. That is a hit. Nice. Good damage.
And I'll try and move behind the gazebo for a little cover.
Okay. Marbanyas.
They are
On top of the tower.
yes, right up there, and that's
Mhm.
40, 50. So I will target River Bandit 22 with the dagger that I just picked up. And according to the map, he's 75 feet away. I'm not sure how far he really is.
He's about 15 feet up in the air, plus, what is it, 45 right there, so 60.
Okay. So I'll move closer to him.
Okay.
And then toss the dagger.
Okay, you'll be at -5, unfortunately, because of the crenellations and such.
Yeah.
It tinks off the wall and falls, like, right here at the base at the corner.
And that's about all I got.
All right, Gaelic is going to move over and stand over Vasilisa to protect her. And finally, the last one that is up there is going to shoot down once at Marbanya, once at Varus. So we're going to do Marbanya first. That's a hit.
Ouch.
Ow. And then at Varus. That's a hit. Ouch. Corwin. You can definitely see them from your current perspective, way over there. You can see them being framed by moonlight on top of the tower. And since you have a crossbow, crossbows, you will definitely have the range to be able to shoot them from over there.
All right, just from a quick look, how wounded does Vasilisa look? Does it look like she's going to need help immediately or she's going to die?
She is currently laying on the ground. So she is unconscious at the moment. And from your perspective, you saw her get hit and go down. That's all you saw.
I'm going to then move closer, and since I can't make it all the way to her anyway, I'll just move closer and then.
Okay.
At number 22.
Awesome. That is a hit.
I'm not sure why it rolled 2 dice, though.
I don't know why it rolled at advantage, but it did. So I was trying to figure out why. I don't know, but we will give that the hit. Sweet. Okay, so this bandit will go from up above. He jumps over the side of the little tower, lands on the stable roof, and then comes down to the ground. And drops right down here next to Marbanya. Meanwhile, pulling his longsword and preparing himself. Marbanya, since you threw your dagger, he's basically standing on top of it at this point. This guy is unconscious and restrained still. Marbanya, it is now your turn.
So I'll pull my rapier then And I got him right here in front of me. So let me just move up to, well, I'll move on over around behind him in case somebody wants to run up here.
Excellent. Good idea. Possibly get some flanking in there.
Possibly. Yeah, have to be the rapier.
That is a hit. Nice. You shove your rapier in his buttocks.
Raw in the buttocks.
Raw in
And
the
that's me.
buttocks. Yes, lots of buttocks going on here. So this river bandit right here, he is still scared to death of this little bird. Voradin, it is now your turn.
All right, I will cast Firebolt at the same one I did before.
Okie dokie.
Whoops.
That's a lot of dice, but you hit. And that guy is dead.
All right, I will stay put and pass my turn.
Awesome. All right, so Greta goes next. Okay, I just got to make sure I got everything. All right. Greta will move over by Vasilisa. Maybe. There we go. And we'll cast another Cure Wounds on Vasilisa. Bloop. Vasilisa is now conscious. Okay. Morty doesn't do anything. The River Bandit that shot Vasilisa before does the same thing that the other one did, and he's going to hop off and land on the courtyard. Right over here, and he also pulls his long sword and moves over towards Marbanya, but he doesn't have any action to attack. Babakis, you now have 2 river bandits that are right here in front of you.
Okay, so I turn around and look at the arrows in my. I'm like, what? And I see them behind me. I go, why you dirty? And I pull both the arrows out of my butt and use them as daggers and go running at the guy closest to me.
Awesome.
And try to stab him in the eye.
Okay. I'm going to give you advantage for flanking, because if you go kitty corner to Marbanya, then you'll have flanking with him on River Bandit number 13. And I will allow you to make 2 attack rolls, 1 for each hand. So your bonus action will be attacking offhand with your makeshift dagger. And then, of course, your regular attack as well.
So what should I roll for that precisely? I don't.
Do you have a regular dagger attack for you, or no? Probably not.
No,
Go ahead and use your battle axe as your basic attack for it, or your short sword, either one. And you'll be doing it at advantage.
Both rolls, or just the second one is?
Both rolls. Both rolls. That is a hit. If you roll a d4 for me for the damage, I will go ahead. And that is also a hit. So you basically take both of those arrows and shove them into either side of the guy.
What
so
a visual.
Roll me 2d4, please. So just pick up a d4, throw it in there, and then pick up another one and throw it into the chat. Okay. And okay, so the second one is your offhand attack. So your second one will be 3 points of damage, and your first one is going to end up being, let me add all this together, 6 points of damage. So that's 9 points of damage that you're going to be doing to number 13.
I yell out real loud, stick around!
Oh, God. See what I mean, guys? I need to start the pun jar. I really, really do. We'll all be broke. Okay, Bobicus, you can go ahead and advance your turn unless you want to move more. Dinin.
So Denon's gonna move around the corner and see that the dwarf just stuck 2 arrows from like in the rib cage of the guy. His back's all arched up. I'm gonna shoot him right in the middle.
Awesome. And you'll have advantage on this attack roll. That is a hit. Yes, you do get your sneak attack.
That's how
Oh,
you
yeah,
stick them. That is how you stick them, dwarf. Use the string. Use the string.
She's gonna stand up.
Okay.
She's gonna target that one.
Uh-huh.
She's gonna siphon his.
Siphon Soul. That's a hit. Nice. And you will get 2 points as temps. Very good. You all get to see the Ookies. Both Gaelic and Greta look at her like, what? Varus.
Gonna move down a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
then shoot the bow at the other dude.
Okay, I will give you advantage. Because I know if I give you advantage, you'll roll a 1, and it'll shoot over his shoulder and hit Marbania in the nose.
Yeah.
It was a 2 you dropped.
But I still missed with advantage. That's usually how it works.
Yes, and you missed.
Don't shoot him in the backpack.
All right, so Gaelic is going to run over. He's going to charge. You know what? He's actually going to take the advantage as well from flanking. And he is going to attack this guy. With a beer stein is what Greta had thrown to him out of the window, is a beer stein. Now, Marbania and Bobicus, you two both see the beer stein, which is made of like a big heavy metal, begins to glow as he brings it down through the air. And hits.
Oh.
And with like a crack of thunder almost, he decimates this guy.
Hey, I'd like a glass of that.
Tankard of Terror.
There's still
Open
one guy
up
on the
and-
roof.
Give it to Vanessa. She needs that blood.
It is now Petrie's turn. By the way, it's called the Radiant Stein.
Petrie is still just in there having himself a blast.
Is he doing like the frog thing? Hello, my darling. Hello, my right. And giving
Oh
him
no,
this
he
evil.
does this thing where he hops forward twice, does his little owlet screech, hops to the side, does another screech, hops to the other side, does another.
How many licks does it take to get to the center of this Tootsie Roll?
Basically, yeah.
Pretty much. By the time Petrie's done, this guy is going to be nothing but a drooling, babbling mouth.
Okay, so the last river bandit comes down from a tower up above. He drops down right behind Gaelic with his sword drawn and gets ready to attack him. He doesn't have any actions or anything to do so. However, Greta sees the fact that her husband's about ready to be attacked in the back. Is unhappy about that, brandishes her frying pan, and she is going to attack him. And kills him by braining him with a frying pan.
Bong!
Bong! Right up the side of the back of the head.
It was out of the fire into the frying pan.
Basically, yes.
Sounds like
Okay.
Bobicus's third wife.
So I will let you guys know
That's my fifth.
that for all intents and purposes, you guys have completed this encounter. The river bandit that's in the warehouse is terrified of the bird. The other river bandit has been tied up, and that is it for tonight. We are at 11:15, and I think this is a good place to cut it off. I think also this is a great location to give you guys your first and only long rest thus far. What do you guys think?
Thank God. Thank God
Yep.
for that. Yeah.
Excellent.
I've been useless this whole last, I'm like, well, I could do some vicious mockery, but that sucks.
Okay, now before we go, ladies and gentlemen, let me go ahead and say, first of all, thank you very much, everyone, for coming by and watching the world premiere of Grim and the Wicked Shadowfall, the first adventure module of the 4-part series of the Grim and the Wicked campaign, which brings you from character creation all the way to level 20. There's going to be some heart-raising and heart-stopping moments that are going to be happening along our way. We're going to have some fun. We're going to have some comedy, some silliness, and all sorts of like weird, serious, dark and edgy bits. But before we go, I do want to go ahead and have one of our players go ahead and pimp his stuff. Go ahead, P4.
Hey, yeah, thank you. This is Passion for Drawing. If you notice something, you could probably see, I don't know if you could see my icon. So I'm doing portraits for all the players here, and I'm going to be inking and coloring them on my channel on Wednesday. That's at 10 a.m. Central Time. I stream Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. for about 4 hours. So on Wednesday, I'm going to be doing all the portraits for the whole party here, and it'll be fun to come on in and see how the art process is done, and maybe take a little bit of the art that's in this campaign a little bit if Geo allows it. We might have a sneak peek, and should be fun. So see you all on Wednesday.
Awesome. Very good. I also would like to, first of all, I'll show everybody what the whole tabletop looks like. I mean, because my stream doesn't typically get to see the whole tabletop. This is what the tabletop looks like. This will be coming along with the virtual box set from Fantasy Grounds. It's a licensed Fantasy Ground property, so that means it'll be available on Steam. It'll be available on the Smiteworks store, and this is what you'll get if you have the virtual box set. You'll be getting this whole tabletop, which is really kind of cool looking, and we have a nice Russian guy who does video game design and graphic UIs who is actually designing the tabletop for us. Also, tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern is our first episode of Delvers Season 3. Delvers Society is a dungeon race series, and we are going down into the wonderful world of Undermountain. Starting tomorrow, we have 4 level 1 PCs who are going to be racing through Undermountain tomorrow night at 8 p.m. And you guys out there in Twitchland are going to be the fickle hand of fate to fuck with the player characters. So that is going to be a lot of fun. We will be playing Grim and the Wicked every Saturday. However, we are not playing this next Saturday. We have a number of players who are going to be away for holidays. So we are not going to play next Saturday, and we will be back the following Saturday. So which is I believe, 22nd, guys and girl? Okay, yep. So December 22nd at 8 p.m. Eastern is the next time we will be playing this game, and I invite everybody to come back and use your experience points that you guys have been building up throughout this entire stream to go and screw with these guys and do all sorts of stuff. So be sure to follow us there. Now, if you have yet to join my Discord, please do so. There we go. Be sure to join our Discord. Be sure to watch our Twitter and all the rest of those things. I know, holidays, what are those? And we will be doing a lot of streaming over the next few weeks. We have the wonderfulness that is the 12 Days of Gaming coming up, which culminates on Christmas Eve with our holiday throwdown, where every year the characters have been doing a holiday-themed Santa's Elves versus a bunch of stuff. And I'll be asking everybody to come out and play and watch that one. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for coming by this evening. For myself, my players, for Susie Q, and everybody else here at GeoQuester Gaming, thank you so very much for coming by, and we'll see you all again next time. Have a great night, everybody. Bye-bye.